Yo, yo, yo. Jetpack Man, Vager, Skitty replays? Didn't know you were going to be here. Minka, yo, yo. Polye in the house. Snark's coming over here. We got a good one today. We got a great one today. Check this out. Fight Club. Red Alert 2 action. Blitz style. We got some free-for-alls to warm things up. Then we're going to get going here with some top-level players. Playing some top-level games for your top-level entertainment. Zap, yo, yo. Farafinoid. We got Luke. I took Luke's advice today, and when I took Luke's advice, Luke said, lol. And I thought to myself, that's exactly right, Luke. Taking your advice is hilarious. I'm glad you think so. Zed with that red ping. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. We got a lot to juggle today. We got 2 laggers, 2 griefers, and Tim the Terror. I'll let you guys figure out who are the griefers and who are the laggers. Just kidding. There might be overlap. Maybe a griefer's a lagger. Maybe a lagger's a griefer. I feel like... All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, let me get that off the screen for you. All right, free-for-all action. Free-for-all action. We're warming up the stream here. We're gonna get going here with a pro 1v1 tournament live on the stream here very shortly. But first, I gotta take down Zed and Luke in some free-for-alls. Any of you guys unfamiliar? This is our new free-for-all map. There's a crate that spawns in the middle of the map, and that crate gives nukes. It's a nuke crate. Super OP. It's gonna be a good time. Now, what these guys don't know is that this is a new version of the map where the oils give double money. Zed and Luke are some of the best Blitz players in the world. I'm one of the worst Blitz players in the world, but I have a massive advantage because I made the map and they don't know how it works. So we're gonna play that crate. We're gonna play that crate. We're gonna play our money. We're gonna show up. We're gonna get the job done. We're gonna go home. Simple as that.
Yes, sir, Commander. Securing position.
Unit ready.
Unit reporting. Securing position. On our way.
Unit ready. Construction.
Unit reporting, Commander.
Unit lost.
Oh, these guys are toast.
Destination, Commander.
Building.
These guys are so fucked. I don't even think Luke knows there's a. I don't even think Luke knows there's a crate. What a bunch of noobs. I'm sorry. I wouldn't normally do this. Again, these guys are way better than me. I'm still probably going to lose this game. They're going to let me get all the nukes, and I'm going to lose this game. That would be my guess.
Unit ready. Low power. Training. On hold. Building. New construction options. Building.
Ready to roll. Good to go.
Unit ready. On hold. Cancel. Building.
Ready, Commander. Good to go.
Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost.
How pissed is Purple? The Chrono Legionnaire. I'm busting out all the tricks, boys. I'm busting out all the tricks today, boys. Man, if I lose this game.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Building. Cannot deploy yet. Building. Unit
If I lose this game, boys.
Focusing light energy.
Unit ready.
Coordinates process. Calculate
Unit
reflection.
ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. On hold. Training.
Check out the
Low power.
I'll take the high
Construction complete.
road. Check out
Unit ready.
Unit reporting. Good to go. I'm gone.
Unit ready.
Unit reporting.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Pushing away.
Training. Warning. Iron curtain activated. Unit lost. Force shield ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Select target. Construction complete. Warning. Nuclear missile launched. Unit ready. Unit
Oh my god. If we still lose this game,
Unit lost.
this is what it takes for me to beat these guys.
Unit promoted.
To be perfectly clear, this is exactly what it takes. I don't even feel good about this. I don't even feel good about this. Can you tell that I actually feel very, very good about this?
Cancel.
Wait, this Teal still... How does he have an MCV?
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
How does he still have an MCV?
Construction complete.
Compensating for
Unit
terrain
ready.
flux.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit promoted. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit promoted. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. 1 minute remaining. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready.
I got a scout.
Unit lost. Building. Unit lost. Unit ready. Select target. Warning. Nuclear missile launched. Unit lost. Structure sold. Unit lost. Cancel.
Oh my gosh, I'm still gonna wait. I'm still gonna lose this game somehow. I need. Okay, I gotta focus. I thought I was wrecking everybody. Now I feel like I'm in fact not wrecking everybody,
Iron curtain
and I don't love that.
building. Unit ready.
Okay, but we're chilling. I think we're gonna be okay. You guys, reminder: this is not the tournament. This is not the pro tournament. We got a big 1v1 coming after this. This is me trolling a couple pros. This is just me trolling a couple pros real quick,
Unit
and then we got the real tournament coming. Oh my god, I got it again. Okay, let's fucking go. Okay, all right, let's focus, boys. Let's focus.
Unit ready.
All right, we got to tighten up.
Select target.
We're gonna nuke him into oblivion. That's the plan. Nuke him into oblivion.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Easy, got it.
Unit
I
ready.
can go anywhere. Steady flow. Up and over.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Letting the shifters in working condition. Got it, fired up, sir.
Unit ready.
In transit. Command
Unit ready.
Letting the shifters in working condition. Aircraft reporting.
Unit ready.
Calibrating.
Oh, Teal's out.
In transit.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Warning. Iron curtain activated. Building. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Go anywhere.
Unit ready. Building.
Sorry guys, I'm getting a little distracted. Remember, uh-oh.
Unit
Uh-oh!
Unit lost. Construction complete.
All fired up.
Unit ready.
Uh-oh.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Ready to soar.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Oh no!
Warning.
No!
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Oh my god, I can't believe I still lost that. Wow. That's crazy.
Control.
That is absolutely crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Wow. Zap, thanks for the cheers. Jetpack with the sub. Thanks guys. Thanks for the follows. All right, guys. We got some real wow. That is so crazy how good those I you know what? I spent too many nukes on oh my gosh. Okay. All right, guys, we got a real tournament coming up here shortly. We're just warming things up with some free-for-all. Gonna be a good day here. We're gonna get Snark in the booth. We got 5 good players. We got Zed, Abdo, Luke Z, Tim the Terror, Osama. We're doing a best of 1 Fight Club style round robin tournament starting here very, very shortly. Maybe get one more free for all in here. Why do people still play this game? Full easy, because it's the best game in the world. What are you talking about? Oh, make a spy satellite. I forgot about the spy satellite. I was so giddy that I kept getting the nukes that I couldn't really think. That was the problem. Osama, we're not going to let you do this because we're worried about you lagging. Sorry, buddy. All right, we'll get one more free-for-all, then we're going to start the 1v1 tournament. What else did I miss in the chat? Osama, you don't lag? Is that what you said? You said you do not lag or you do lag? What did you say? I thought I heard you say you do not lag. Osama, love you, buddy. I'm excited to have you for the 1v1s. Here's the thing, Osama. If the Egyptian bug starts right now, I might lose my mind. So let's just save the Egyptian bug for the 1v1s.
1 minute remaining.
All right, guys. So we're here. It's got some free-for-all action coming up again, guys. We're running a juicy Fight Club. I got 5 awesome Blitz players in here. Snark's gonna be in the booth. Sunday fun day. We're gonna have a great day today. But we're starting things off here with a little bit of free-for-all action to get things going. The Egyptian bug is where players out of Egypt load 10%, and then and then they don't load anymore, and you have to close the program. Poulier, why does the top player get buildings? Why does only the top player get buildings? That's my question. Look at we got Luke turtling in nice and tucked in here. We got Luke on the top side. We got Zed bottom left. We got Nightshade bottom right. I love this free-for-all map. I mean, so when it comes to free-for-all maps, the flare's cool. Yeah, Poulier did some nice touches on this. Snark helped as well. You know, when it comes to the free-for-all maps, I feel like it's always like, free-for-all is kind of like, it's just something we do on the stream. Like right now, we're warming up the stream for the tournament. After the tournament, I want to run a couple games. I want something that there's a little bit of luck, it's fun, it's fast, and the nuke crate is perfect. You know, before we had like a Psychic Dominator you had to capture, the nuke crate's hilarious. Obviously, the Chrono Legionnaire is like super OP for it, but you know the way it goes. Last game? How many nukes did I get and still lost? I must have got 6 nukes, still lost somehow. Pike Nike. Everything 2010 is better. West Vegetarian. Saint Bernard. I don't know what you're saying. All right, push top side here. Paradrop coming in. Eagles already out. Who's spamming? Oh, Zed's spamming Eagles. Look how many Eagles Zed has here. Head switch. Head switch. Look how many Eagles Zed has. A ton of Eagles. So the oils are now, so we made the oils double produce on this map. Again, guys, just warming things up here. We got the pro event starting here very shortly. I feel like people hop in the stream and they're like, oh, he's playing dumb games, and they leave. But we're not just playing dumb games. We're going to play fun games soon. This is fun, too. Yeah, FFA, there's always people teaming up. That's gonna be for sure. Nightshade picks up a nuke. So right now, Nightshade has to nuke Zed. Look right now how juicy this is. Big one. Nice. And so 4-player FFA, I feel like the teaming is more. In 3-player, really you should team, and then as one player becomes weak, you team on the other player. So now, now they picked on Luke. Now Luke's gonna pick on Zed. Cannon out to stuff. Now, oh, Nightshade has to be pressing right now. Nightshade, drop the hammer, buddy. Pinch out Zed, win the game. GG easy, no re. He's playing the nuke. He doesn't want to leave the center. He knows the name of the game. I like that. Is the nuke nerfed? No, no, no. Again, guys, this it's just a silly map. Warm up the stream. Getting going here at the tournament very shortly. Abdo, you're here. Abdo, are you ready to go? Abdo, if you're ready to rock, Zed's here as well. We'll start the tournament right after this. Yeah, more Luke Z with the barracks is more worrisome. Dude, Nightshade just dropped the hammer. Nightshade OP. Look, Luke's still playing. Oh my god, Luke's gonna get the nuke. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. It's funny though. Yeah, the thing is, Zed and the top here and bottom left don't like each other. They would rather beat each other and lose the game than.
Battle control terminated.
All right, guys, let's get it going. Let's get the real action going. I'm excited, boys. Sunday fun day. Sunday fun day. We got the hype song going. Snark, want to come hang out? Oh yeah, I forgot about the other ones, boy. We'll run a couple after this. We're gonna get into the tournament. Alright guys, we got Snark's new unit counter. Let's play a game called Will Snark's Unit Counter Work? What do you guys think? I'm hopeful. I believe in Snark. I believe in Snark.
Will Snark's unit counter work?
Snark, you know what I was just saying? I was saying I believe in you. That's what I was saying.
Wow, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I've let you down so many times.
It's
like you think you'd learn by this point, but no. You keep falling for my traps.
Oh man, I was I was so tilted last stream, Snark. Oh man. It's my own fault. My own fault. Okay, all right. Okay, guys. We got Abdo. We got Zed. Snark. I'm excited. Sunday fun day. Are you excited?
I'm really excited, dude. I love these fight clubs. They are the best ever. Yeah, we're gonna have some action. We're gonna have some interesting stuff here. Listen, it's interesting. The chat has become split. It used to be everyone blame Snark, Snark is terrible. Now there's some people who are like, no, Snark's the man. We like Snark.
I think it was last stream when I was like going so hard that people were like, whoa, this isn't funny. We should be nicer to Snark. I think Ivor's actually losing it right now. I was having a bad day, you guys. Snark knows the secret about me. I'm actually just an insecure 16-year-old. When I'm lashing out, it's because I'm actually mad at myself. And Snark knows that. Snark knows that.
Well, to be fair, it did not work last time. Hopefully, the little bug I implemented this time, even though we ran all those tests, we'll make it not work again, and we're able to tilt Ivor again, guys. Let's hope that happens. I'm looking forward.
I've
Curious about Zed versus Abdo, man. All I want to see is Ivor get pissed.
You should really implement bugs that are delayed. So like everything's working and I get really excited and then they hit me later. That would be the most clever bug if you were really working on it. Damn it, boy. Thanks for the cheers, buddy.
That's what I did.
All right, guys, we'll cross our fingers for the unit counter. I got a good feeling about it. A quick reminder again, Blitz Fight Club. We got 5 players in here. Sunday fun day. It's going to be a good one. Abdo the Shadow versus Zed the Owl. He used to be the Algerian warrior. He wanted to switch to the Owl. I think that's kind of a downgrade. But anyway, path more traveled. Blitz mode, tunnel set. Let's lock and load. Let's run it, boys. Let's run it.
All right.
Okay, let's see if we get this first. Oh, through the Egyptian bug on the first game. I like that.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It's looking good.
All right. Red Alert 2 World Series Professional Division action coming at you guys. It is Sunday fun day, and we have a great lineup here today. We got Fight Club, 5 of the best Blitz players in the world going at it. We got Zed the Owl, Abdo the Shadow, Luke Z the Jedi, Tim the Terror, and Osama the Dragon. Starting off here, we have Abdo in yellow. He's out of Egypt on the left side, facing off against Zed, the Algerian warrior, here in red on the right side. Again, this is best of 1. It's Fight Club style, so all 5 of these players are going to play each other BO1 back to back to back. We are here on the Path More Traveled map, brought to you by the talented map maker Polye. If you guys are in the chat on Twitch here, type red or yellow in the chat. Let me see how you guys feel about this game. Get your votes in. Let me know who you think is going to win it. And Snark's unit counter is working flawlessly. Everyone, take a moment to focus your attention on the bottom right and just love Snark. Just send some digital love to Snark because that's beautiful, Snark. You did it, man. It's absolutely beautiful.
This is terrible. My bug did not. What? Why isn't it bugging out?
Are you annoyed that it's not crashing and ruining my day? It is absolutely glorious.
That's what I came to see.
We got the unit. The unit counters are on there. You can see the player's power. When they go low power, it'll go red. You can see their flags, what faction they're using, and the money looking fresher than ever. And some biddies coming in from Damn It Boy for the Snark. You love to see it. It's gonna be a good day, boys. So both players. Zed here going allied. The Path More Traveled map. I asked the players. It was real simple. I said, listen, guys, I want it spicy. I want a good one. All the players agreed that this was the map. They said nonstop GGs. So the pillbox is coming out as the allied player. You expect your flanks to be hit here early on. Abdo going right at that power plant. Zed there with 3 pillboxes get melted. Gonna lose that power plant. Hard to hold for the allied player early on here.
Indeed, and that's got to be frustrating for Zed early on to lose the power plant. Abdo bringing the pressure like he knows how. Infantry, dogs, fodder, rhinos. Zed out with the Eagles here, taking out a rhino early on. Love that. Is that just, an initial Soviet push, and will it stop here, or can Abdo take it all the way? Just keep on the pressure.
Well, you got to expect him to go out this bottom oil here, keep the pressure on the outside, get away from the shell of the allied player, and go to work and slow the allied player down because, again, as we know in Blitz, after the 3-minute mark, once Zed gets his Eagles in the air, things are going to go from bad to worse for the Soviet player. Abdo's got to get value here early on. Really commits to that oil. Zed, and he has reinforcements coming. That was a good commit. That's a tough decision to dive on the oil like that. It was a good decision. He didn't get counterpunched, and now Zed lost both of his corner tech. That's exactly what Abdo wants, but Zed should be okay for the moment, though.
Yeah, Abdo doesn't have enough to completely push in here, but with 4 war factories pumping out rhinos at the speed of light, Zed is going to fall behind even further if he keeps this up. He needs to come up with something fast.
Yeah, and Zed on one War Factory still. It hurts to lose the corner tech. It hurts to lose the oil. It hurts to lose the power. It throws off your build. Zed over to a battle app, Grand Cannon out. Remember, guys, in Blitz, you can only have one Grand Cannon. So once that goes there, he's committed to that location. So Abdo could bounce to another corner. Abdo bringing the split now. Tough, tough, tough. And Abdo is a relentless Blitz player, non-stop Soviet aggression like this. And this is what he's known for, and it's tough. Zed is out with Mirage tanks, but this split's going to be really tough. Zed has enough to defend either side, but I don't think he has enough to defend both.
Well, you're doing a decent job. That cannon really zoning up that top part,
yeah.
and the toolboxes there as well. It just makes it so hard to push. And these infantry that Zed has just spread everywhere keep getting chip damage. You know, rhinos are coming in quarter health, half health, and this is exactly what's buying Zed the time he needs to get up, you know, get that massive Mirage, the critical number to be able to hold off any rhino army.
Yeah, once the Mirages hit that number, Zed will be okay until the Desolators start coming. So Zed gonna pounce. That was the perfect move. You pounce on one army, and then you try to get back before he can try to yo-yo you. Zed got it. He pounced on the bottom one. Loses that oil, takes a couple tanks with it. A little hit and run from Abdo. Man, Zed is treading water here. And this map, to me, this is a very Soviet map. I heard some players saying, they said it's been GG's, AVS, but this is a tough Allied map. I mean, you're just totally exposed from all sides here.
Absolutely, and definitely you would have to play this a little bit more RA2 style if you're gonna play the Allied faction, meaning you start Grizzlies, you start Dogs, you counter the Soviets in that manner, and then you tech up. Going the usual Blitz way where you know you have enough choke points to be able to immediately go AFC might not be a viable strat on this map.
Yeah, I think you're right. You got to get a second War Factory probably earlier than your tech, and try to get some Grizzly numbers earlier on. And again, Abdo lets him dive, and you see Abdo just a bit slow there to take advantage of it. You look at where, you know, these players, it looks like they're everywhere. They're only really able to micro in one position, and once Zed commits to microing on the bottom side, Abdo needs to shift and get value out of the top side, and he's letting Zed pounce on one side, and he's not quite fast enough to take advantage somewhere else. Now Zed heading downfield looking for a counterpunch.
Yeah, so that is very interesting. Abdo thinking, hey, you know, I've got 8 War Factories. I could do whatever I want. Zed, there a little bit of a blunder there from Zed. But then throwing away Rhinos, giving Zed the advantage here. But again, the army replenishes so fast, Ivor. 8 War Factories.
Yeah, and the problem is Zed's isn't. So Zed throws an army, you know, Abdo throws an army, there's one behind. Zed throws an army, there isn't another behind, because he's on one War Factory, which is really scaring me. Love to see a second War Factory here for Zed. I think that's a huge key for success as Abdo over to 8. Now, Abdo has not got over to tech yet. Abdo should really have an Iron Curtain out by now. He thought he could get this done sticks and stones, and he probably can. But that is one advantage for Zed right now, is not having tech for Abdo. No Kirovs, no Iron Curtain.
Yeah, and Zed has been using the right strategy here. He kept hitting Abdo's oils. Abdo is having eco problems right now.
Yes, true. Interesting. Zed's taking a few oil hits, and now Abdo trying to go over to tech while he's broke. Wow. Now Zed's ace in the hole. One of the few players to utilize this this mechanic. He will look to Chronosphere Prism tanks into the belly of the beast and do tremendous damage, and Zed will get the job done with it. Gets in, takes out that. Ooh, that's annoying. That's annoying.
Threading the needle there, going through all these billions of flak tracks and getting that IC. The Abdo really needed to start counting down because the Chronosphere is a minute in game. It will be ready, and Zed will be able to just disappear and reappear units anywhere he wants on the map. Teleport is the word I was looking for.
Chronosphere coming now. Yeah. You know, this is one of those ones sometimes that you kind of have that feeling of like everything is kind of scary for Allied. Everything has to go their way, and everything in this game has gone in Zed. I mean, it's really speaks.
Well, Zed's playing like a beast.
Well, I mean, that's exactly it. I mean, he's made everything go in his direction. He hasn't gotten lucky here. There's been about 9 different things that could have ended this game for Zed, and Zed has somehow been able to thwart all of them. Zed's dialed in. And the reason that Zed's dialed in is because Zed and Luke Z not in this game, but he is in the Fight Club here today. Zed and Luke Z have been going at each other They are probably one of the juiciest rivalries in the game right now. These guys, it's not like, oh, we're competitors and we're close and we sure respect each other, but we fight hard. It's not like that. They do not respect each other. They do not like each other, and they're both really good players. So Zed and Luke Z both woke up this morning. They had their secret breakfast, and they're ready to kill. And we're seeing that from Zed here. I think we're expecting to see it from Luke as well. Prism Tank's in, and the MCV does go down. Service Depot out? No. No Service Depot.
There is a Service Depot on the
shit.
map,
Okay, yep.
there, so he can reconstruct it. I'm not sure that was the target, Ivor. Now moving over to the Siege Chopper spam with 1 trillion more factories. Look at this army. Look at the unit counter. The amount of units for Abdo on the field
45.
right now is insane.
And there's Deso bombs in there as well, and the Siege Choppers are in. This meta developed a few months back now in Blitz. The Siege Chopper spam from Soviet can be devastating. Ally does not have great anti-air. The Siege Choppers are coming in, and after all of Zed's hard work, is this the end, Snark? The Desolators!
Oh my god. Wow, what a crazy game. It looks like Abdo is going to be taking this one home. But that was insane. And yeah, Abdo, you know, reaching that point where he brings in all the Soviet toys, Sea Choppers, Deso bombs, 1 trillion billion rhinos, and Zed, I'm afraid, did not use that chronosphere the way we wanted him to. But what a phenomenal, oh my god. Yep. Abdo doesn't care. And he doesn't care that he's Desoing all of his own tanks.
Yeah, and that was a fun one. Zed made a lot of things happen there. But, you know, one of those ones where Zed made a lot of things happen to extend his life and keep himself in the game. Didn't quite get the offensive presence we saw. Mid-game there, he had a few oils. Abdo had a little bit of a gap in his money. But I think you're right. Zed would have needed to get another War Factory or 2 out a little bit earlier probably on a map like that. 10-minute game, though. Well played by both players.
Yeah, wow. That was a phenomenal game. Zed somehow holding on by his fingertips. And just crazy. Ivor, I have to point out something. You have the powers swapped.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did you know? How did you tell?
Well, first of all, because only Soviet gets to 2,000 power with the nuclear reactor. And second of all, because as soon as Zed left the game, the what was supposed to be Abdo's power went to 0.
That's amazing. Okay, that's hilarious. Good to know.
Yeah. And another slight suggestion, just because you know, you're using the flags to show which power belongs to who.
Yeah.
Are they forced to go separate factions?
It's also in line with the unit counter, which has an outline of their color as well. But yeah, we could work on that though.
Got it. Okay, so Abdo taking it home. I went in thinking Zed was the favorite there, but Abdo is a Blitz beast.
Yeah, he's so scary. He's so scary. In a map like this, I feel like this is Abdo's map. He's definitely the 5th. I think he's the 5th rated player in this group. Him and Zed are probably pretty close. Osama, well, Tim, we don't know. It's hard to say, but I guess the point is that Abdo is an incredible player. He's in here with the 5 best, even though he's by far the newest. And this is his map, though. Tim, I guess I forget. Tim is such an OG player. I don't think of him as a new player, but Tim actually is very new to Blitz. We've never actually seen we've never seen Tim in a pro event before, so this should be pretty fun. Tim in red, Luke in yellow.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting for sure. Luke, one of the most solid Blitz players in the world. I believe he even won a few world championships in Blitz, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Luke Z, I mean, one of the few players, you know, kind of in the prime of Blitz, one of the few players to be taking down the Marcos, the Laptops, and the Kians. All right, hold on. We're going to get this, we're going to get the power. We're going to get the power swap.
All right, this is a test. I'll be back in 1 second exactly.
Wait, the unit counter's not on. That's weird. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 sec. All right, unit counter on. Okay. So the red and the yellow power need to swap. We can do that. Yellow.
We could definitely do that.
Oh, I actually had them labeled right and then just put them wrong. Okay.
Yeah. So to those who are complaining that some units aren't showing up on the unit counter, you as the streamer have to select which units you are interested in, and according to how much room you have, you know, decide which units you're going to put down, which units you aren't.
Yeah, it's actually Snark's interface is absolutely incredible. You can choose any combination of buildings and units. I'm just kind of testing out with the main ones, and the main ones I care about, like no one cares how many like battle fortresses you have. I can count 3 of them, you know. So it's a little bit of strategy to it, but I'm going to develop. I need to change some layers. I'm going to get some more space. We're going to work on it. So don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Okay.
Wow, dude! After that opening game with Abdo and Zed, I'm like, can it get any better? And then you bring out, you know, Luke Z and Tim, one of the OGs. It's, dude, this is gonna be crazy. Like, I'm thinking of some of these names, and I'm like, well, Abdo I would have thrown out the window early on, but no, he just destroyed Zed. So what? Who actually is gonna take this Fight Club? I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very interesting one because there's a couple wild cards. Like I think Tim a big wild card here. Okay, hold on. Let's get this going. Tim red, Luke yellow. Okay, let's just see what these guys are doing. I don't want to start a game and then have them make me quit it. Yeah, Tim tells him to go sub. Luke flexing. Tim wants him to go. So Tim wants to play his allied. He wants Luke to go his Sov. It's a little bit interesting. Oh yeah, we need to close out that that prediction. Abdo, what color were you in the last game?
Whoa, dude, the mind games.
Tim just talked.
Abdo was yellow. Abdo was the yellow. Whoa, the mind. Yeah, it's like Tim asks, "Oh, you're going allied," and we thought Sov was strong on this map, right? So it's like Tim is like daring him. "Oh, you want to go the stronger faction? I don't mind." And Luke is like, "Yeah, I can do either." "Well, what do you want me to go?" "I'll go whatever you want me to go." These guys are crazy, man.
You love to see it.
I love
love
it.
to
Yeah,
see it.
they're hungry. They're here to show off. So we're about to get a good show.
I feel like my bot's not going for some reason. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Got a few too many things to manage around here. All right. Okay, loading
Making you
up.
suffer now so that you get the best stream later.
There we go. Loading up. Oh my gosh, another smooth load. We're in it, bud. We're in it. All right, here we go, guys. Red Alert 2 World Series. Fight Club continuing on here. This time we got Luke Z, the Jedi, on the left side, facing off against Tim the Terror on the right side. Predictions should be working. I think the predictions crashed last game. Predictions should be working, presumably. I don't know what's going on. Maybe not. Predictions might be broken. All right, anyway, guys, you can tape red or yellow anyway, just for fun. So here's what we got going on. Luke Z in the left side here. Oh, and the unit counter. The unit counter crashed.
Uh-oh.
I'm tabbing.
See, I knew I could ruin it for you in the middle of the stream.
It's interesting.
Easy.
I wonder what is going on with that. Okay. I wonder if there's some sort of conflict between the bot and your unit counter or something. Anyway, so we have, what is this, sniper IFV out already here from, or a Navy SEAL?
I'm pretty sure that's a SEAL. Yeah, it's a Navy SEAL. Tim coming in early to try to get, oh yeah, Luke just stops that easily. These two tents have conscripts in them, and that SEAL just ran straight into those rhinos, trying to give them a hug. The rhinos weren't having any of it. They're not
right
into IFVs. They don't like IFVs, and they just wrecked it.
Tim opening
What are all these IFVs? What?
Tim opening a bunch of IFVs, but going broke.
What?
Well, I'm going to end the part where I start hyping up Tim. Tim is an OG Red Alert 2 player. He's a very, very top-level traditional Red Alert 2 player. Only recently started playing Blitz. He last month won the semi-pro in Blitz. He's definitely a strong Blitz player. But yeah, definitely the least experienced Blitz player. And I think he does kind of have a feeling of like, I'm going to have to get weird to win this. I think he's getting a little too weird, Snark.
Yeah, he was not managing his eco well. He wanted to do something. It was an interesting idea. The implementation, balancing with the eco and the amount of pressure Luke was able to bring early did not end well for Tim. Tim now on 2 oils. He's facing a 3 War Factory Soviet player. I mean, he has a few IFVs, but look at these Rhinos numbers. They're just like skyrocketing right now. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I like experimenting. I'm not sure I like experimenting on Fight Club night.
Yeah, BO1's a tough place to do it. You're playing a BO5, you're playing a BO7, maybe a BO11. You got a little more room to rock and roll and mix and match. Here, yeah, a little bit tougher. Marco says, what is this easy AI build?
Yeah, the chat is being a little bit brutal towards Tim right now. Did Tim pay Larry to play for him? Tim is a paid actor. Oh,
Tim is a
God.
paid actor. Wow, yeah, Tim the Terror. Yeah, like I said last month, he rolled through semi-pro, and then Snark, you played him in the semi-pro finals. Like
Dude, he wrecked.
he was a
He
beast.
destroyed me. Yeah,
was an absolute-
he destroyed me.
He was an absolute beast. Yeah, the show goes on. Luke Z is like I said is the rank 1 in this group. So presumably maybe Tim will have a better chance against the other guys. But Luke Z gonna pick up a quick one here.
Yeah, this one is definitely over. Luke's on 4 War Factories and Lab. I mean, he doesn't want to just rush into all that infantry because allied infantry without this will just melts tanks. But he has an IC, he has tech, he has like, yeah. I mean, this one is already over. And again, I think Tim's biggest issue there was going broke and the seals completely failing versus a very, very experienced player like Luke Z.
Yeah, Luke Z now trolling a bit here as he goes IC and Service Depots his tanks. There's no need for that. You could just drop the hammer and Fight Club. We got 5 people all waiting for games. No need to sit around and smoke cigarettes. If you're up, you know, like this, you drop the hammer. But hopefully, I would love to see that Luke get cocky and then have Tim come back and win. That would make me very happy. So we'll cross our fingers. But I think it's unlikely.
Yeah, unlikely is the word. He even made 2 nuke reactors just in case. I mean, what are you doing, man? Tim keeps trying to pass through the tent. Yeah, Luke is like, why aren't you quitting?
Why does he keep driving directly through those tents? Yeah. The Service Depot animation is probably the goofiest thing in the game. It is a little goofy. Judge Power, thanks again for the biddies. Nuke out.
Hey, that's how you repair tanks in real life, Ivor. You drop a crane head over them, bonk them on the head again and again, and they just you didn't know that?
And that's how they get fixed. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the siege choppers from Soviet have been causing a lot of issues. People, big IC to drop the hammer here. Okay, next game we got Osama versus Abdo, the Egypt's finest Red Alert 2 players going at it. Let's get them in here.
Wow, Osama versus Abdo. Now that's interesting. Abdo, we just saw him play Zed. What a freaking beast. Zed was playing so perfectly, and Abdo, relentless pressure, perfect build, and really did a phenomenal job there. Osama, on the other hand, I think ranked higher, right? Potentially, Osama's a mad player in any version.
Yeah, Osama, the reigning champ right now. Osama actually did win. He beat Luke Z last month in the finals. So Osama's the man to beat right now. It's funny because like today I have so many different people I'm excited about for so many different reasons, including Tim, who just needed to get warmed up. That's all. Tim will be back next game. Don't you guys worry. Don't sleep on Tim.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tim was like, hey, watch me build like an easy AI the first game, throw the first game, and still win Fight Club night. I think that was his mentality.
Yeah, so the your unit counter Snark is your unit counter closes after the game ends, which isn't that big of a deal, but there's something interesting.
No, it's supposed to. The windows are supposed to disappear, but the control panel is supposed to stay open. Does that make sense?
In this case, the HUD disappeared, and it will not reopen when the game starts.
The HUDs are supposed to respawn as soon as the game
No, not
starts.
the HUD. The other thing. The other window.
Wait, the control panel closed after the game?
Yeah.
Really? That is interesting. I wonder if there's something about Blitz, because we never tested in Blitz. That is fascinating.
Okay, so Abdo, let's see what we got here, boys. So Tim going down by the skin of his teeth.
The skin
Abdo,
of his teeth.
Abdo and Osama, they're both in here. They're hungry. You love to see it. Okay.
All right, let's roll. Am I the only one whose your stream is like dropping a few frames?
What do we
Is
know,
that
boys?
just me?
We dropping frames? No, I
It
don't see
might
that.
just be me.
Okay, Osama in yellow. Osama and Abdo both join the game, and your computer starts lagging. Their internet's so bad. Actually, look at those green pings from
Yeah,
all
this
you
is
guys.
not gonna end well.
You guys are looking fresh. Okay, Abdo in red, Osama in yellow. Let's get it. Let's get it going here.
Right, let's roll. So, first thing we do when two Egyptian players face off is yes.
Yes.
Look at that, Ivor.
And they're
Look
both
at
loading.
that.
They're both loading. All right, here we go.
Player defeated.
So the predictions aren't working, guys. You can type red or yellow anyway. Let me know how you're feeling about this one. So we are here, game number 3, Abdo the Shadow, Osama the Dragon. He used to be the lag dragon. He didn't lag for a bit, so we just started calling him just the Dragon. We'll see if he gets on the world sometime. So looks so good. This looks good here so far. Osama going Allied, Abdo going Soviet. We know exactly what Abdo is going to do. I would say, as a player, Abdo's probably biggest weakness, I would say, is his one-dimensionalness. His one-dimensional mode is really fast, really good, incredible tank control down your throat. But it is very, I think, a bit predictable, maybe. Just in terms of what he's going to do. And so, you know, Osama knows that's coming, and we'll see what he does. Again, guys, Osama here is the reigning champion. Osama took down Luke Z last month. He's our #1 Blitz player right now. Let's see what happens. What do you think, Snark? Who you got your money on?
Well, yeah, well, this is very interesting. First of all, Osama going Allied. So far, both Allied players have lost versus the Soviets. Osama with a different opening here. He's bringing in quite a few GIs, and he's like, oh, Abdo, you like taking control of the map and pressuring the Allied infinitely? Well, I'm going to take the fight to you, and he's bringing the GIs forward. Grizzlies behind. This is going to be interesting.
Okay, yeah, the GIs and the Grizzlies and Osama. The GIs, you know, for so long were the bread and butter of Allied and Blitz. And then on these, as the maps got a bit bigger, we saw players shift away from them just a bit. But yeah, I mean, I think that they're a crucial part of the opening game, even on these bigger maps. Just again to keep the action on the Soviet player side of the map, just like this.
Exactly, and as you see, you know, by this point of the game, Zed had lost one of his techs, and he was about to lose his second tech. Osama's fine. Osama's like, yeah, I got my techs, I'm good, and like we see more Grizzlies and Dogs on more traditional openings so that he could actually go toe-to-toe with the Soviet forces. No Eagles yet. He's just going to stick up with the tank numbers and pillboxes. Classic Allied opening, and now he's bringing out a sniper to get rid of Osama's fodder. Cannon out to defend, and Abdo is not going to get any value on the bottom side today.
Yeah, and now taking some bites there with that sniper IFV. Yeah, it's interesting. You got a few people saying we're dropping frames here. I'm not seeing it in Streamlabs. People on YouTube, are you guys seeing some freezing in the game? Sniper IFV's out. It could be, I don't know, hard to say. Sniper IFV though, yeah, Sniper IFV cleaning out these dogs is huge. Try to get more value out of that Prism Tower, but crowds the Prism Tower, gets in, grabs the power plant. So there, Abdo gets the value he wanted.
Yeah, so Abdo using his usual strat, Osama deciding to tech up, but another Prism Tower out, and Mirages now to back it up. Abdo once again is going to be pushed back. He did lose a power plant up top, but he doesn't care. He has power for days.
Yeah, he's got the power. He was
Look at all these GIs, Ivor. What do you think of all these groups of GIs making it impossible to push any position comfortably?
I like it. You know, this map as a big map, it still does have choke points, but there's 4 entries. But yeah, gum them up, slow things down, get the battle lab out, get value from the skies. I think that's Allied 101. I like it.
Yes, indeed. And now that the Eagles are out, Abdo forced to make some flag tracks, a radar out for Abdo, a few Desolators on the field as we speak. He is gearing up a Deso bomb now. Osama does have 2 snipers on the field. Currently, they're not in anything, but there are 2 snipers. So with good enough micro, he should be fine.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Abdo, and now Abdo needs to go back and think a little bit here. He needs to, yeah, get his IC out. Probably get over to Siege Choppers or Iron Curtain. Interesting, yeah, dropping some frames here in the stream. Not sure about that, guys. We'll cross our fingers. BF's out now. Battle Fortress is out for Osama.
This is definitely interesting. Again, flak tracks, not enough to stop. There's double AFC now for Osama, which means he can take out an oil. Oil only requires 5 eagles off in the target, and of course he could snipe out this IC potentially. Abdo moving his flak tracks to the bottom, expecting the jets to come from there, and they are heading towards the bottom at the moment. Splitting up his grizzly, so a lot's happening. Osama splitting up his grizzly. The eagles come in, no reaction. The flak tracks a little bit late to the party. The IC goes down.
Okay, IC goes down. Yeah, he was weird. He was there with the flags and then got a little bit distracted. Why is there a naval yard out? Oh, flak boats. That's funny. Put a few flak boats in the pond.
Yeah, the best anti-air in the game. Scorpion, sea scorpions.
Yeah, if you guys are on either YouTube or Twitch, if you go to stream quality, you could try switching over to auto. Sometimes it kind of just depends on your connection. If you force the highest frames, the highest resolution, sometimes it'll slow it down a little bit. You can try messing with that if you are having some issues. Chronosphere's out. Eagles are out. So the flak boats are funny.
Well, yeah, I mean, the sea scorpions are the best anti-air in the game.
So, but they're just like but they're stuck in this little pond. So
yeah, but it's like building a tower, only they're better than a tower.
Can you put a naval yard in every pond? I wonder if a naval yard can go in this pond. Okay. The flak boat's hiding in the pond. They're stuck. They can't run.
Interesting. And look at this group. Look at this group of Mirages. This is a huge group of Mirages. And we know in that BF there are snipers. So a Deso Bomb will have to be a massive Deso Bomb to counter this group. Now some Prisms coming in as well to get rid of these defenses.
Use the Dreadnought.
Nice. This is a scary bush.
Use the Dreadnought. Yeah.
Nice.
The Eagle takes out the Dreadnought. I mean, if all that Dreadnought did was take 1 round of Eagle hits, that'll be good enough. Yeah, the BF here going to cause a lot of issues. Obviously, the Deso, Abdo needs a big Deso Bomb here. Oh, does get it down.
Wow. Yeah. And that's what we were talking about. Half the Mirages go down, half of them go to half health. If he could just micro this army down, easily wreck it. Remember, dogs, when they're right next to Mirages, they do reveal them. So if you have enough dogs in your army, that's very useful. Again, the Eagles coming in, gonna go for the IC. Or not.
They
or
they
just
forget.
Chill.
Oh
wow. My God.
That was...
I think the last shot.
That was amazing. Yeah, that was the closest force shield I've ever seen. Okay, so he does force shield the IC, but does put him low power. And now Abdo has weathered the storm. He's got to get some offensive value here. He's got to get some offensive value. Oh, Tanya comes in. Oh, ICs! And then it eats the Tanya. The IC ate the Tanya. Wow, you guys are... You guys are seeing some wacky stuff here. So he force shielded the IC the first time. Then Osama chronospheres an IFV with a Tanya that Abdo then ICs the IC and the Tanya gets melted in the process. We're seeing it all here today, Snark.
Yeah, and Osama still gets an oil somehow. He's still getting value. Now, Abdo doesn't have any economic issues at the moment. He's got plenty of war factories. The IC is safe this time. He's waiting for an IC, but look at Osama's base. This is insane. It's a huge base. 4 AFCs, Chronosphere out. He's got gap generators everywhere. Abdo is completely blind. He does not know what is going on in Osama's base. How do you get offensive value against such a base?
Yeah, remember, guys, that's the big thing to note here. Osama is completely gapped up. Abdo has no idea what he's going into.
Bottom left. Bottom left. Bottom left.
Gets the IC.
God.
Wow. Oh, and the nuclear reactor.
Oh my God.
And that's value town. That was absolutely huge. And on Blitz, it's hard to sneak a unit in like that. That was really a heads up thing in there from Osama. Tanya gets in, grabs a nuclear reactor, grabs the IC. Abdo going to try splitting up his army and making something happen here. A couple good Deso bombs. Not going to have the help of an IC. It's just hard because he can't really coordinate his attack. I think siege chopper spam. would be good here for Abdo. Because it's tough for Allied. They don't have great anti-air, and also he could kind of use them to scout ahead of his tanks a little bit. Did he just lose 2 oils there?
Yeah, Osama's microing 2 groups of Eagles. He's got 2 oils at the same time. And Abdo, again, 24k at the moment. Not an issue right now. Could become an issue later on if this game keeps going long. And the way Osama's base is looking, this is not something that's going to go down fast. It's going to take multiple attacks, multiple ICs, maybe a nuclear missile, but the Chronosphere is ready, Ivor.
Yeah, you know, on a map like this, there's actually no excuse for the Eagles to be getting through because you can't go around the base. He should be able to build a flat cannon wall. He should have built it 5 minutes ago, and he should be stuffing every. The Eagles shouldn't really be able to get through on this map. I think you should be able to put enough flat cannons to convince. Now we have Kirov's takes another oil. Yeah, you're right. Abdo's gonna start feeling it in the late game here. He's lost a lot of oils. Remember, guys, you can only build 12 total oils per game. And another. Oh, the Prism tanks. The MCV on the run.
Oh,
I lose this another IC. And
Abdo's breaking a record here. He's got to be breaking some kind of record of how many ICs can you lose in one game.
And if I mean that's like it's like one of the ABCs of playing Allied versus Soviet is denying the Iron Curtain. And I've never seen a player deny more Iron Curtains and do so inventively. Every IC has been destroyed different than the last. Now Abdo does have multiple MCVs. He's got 20k in the bank. But again, he's going to start feeling it because, again, guys, you can only build 12 oils per game.
Yeah, it's definitely limited. Look at the unit counter right now. How many rhinos does Abdo have? That is insane.
Can it go to triple digits? That's the question. He's got 96.
It absolutely can.
Triple digit unit counter. You guys live to see it. Tell your grandkids someday. Okay.
Wow. Double nuke reactor this time. The IC, he better place it like behind this Deso wall on top of the Deso so the Chronosphere fails. I mean, the Chronosphere is counting down, and a weather storm out as well for Osama. Dude, I mean, Osama just looks impregnable.
I mean, honestly, let's just, like, this is one of those situations where, and the only reason, normally I would say, how could you ever do it? But then it's like, I've played these games, I've seen it happen. It's like, Abdo could send his entire army on this top lane, and if he gets a good Deso bomb in, I don't know. Like, it could happen. The problem...
Eagles. Oh, they're going over the Scorpions.
Over the Scorpions!
No. Whoa.
And the Scorpions in the puddle doing work. And now Abdo is now Desoing his entire base. Oh, to counter the Chronosphere.
Yeah, he's like, I dare you to Chrono Prisms. I dare you.
He's also going to crash all of our computers, but it is a good counter. All right, here we go. It all starts with the Deso bomb. It starts with the Deso bomb. It ends with the Deso bomb. And in between, there needs to be a Deso bomb. It's all about the Deso bomb.
When did Osama get a spy in?
Oh, Osama.
He has Vets Grizzlies.
Oh, Osama got a spy in. Osama throwing 7 different kinds of smoke, boys. Look at this lag now from all the Desolators. Oh my goodness.
What the heck? Okay, so this Chronosphere literally got nothing because he saved the lab, he saved the Iron Curtain. He got an MCV, but Abdo has another one, so it doesn't matter. But in the top, this Mirage army is just pushing, and the Desolator's melting to that BF, the sniper BF. He needs the choppers here right now, right this second, or he's gonna lose half of his army.
So he dives the choppers. That BF is what's countering the Deso bombs. The BF full of snipers and or Navy SEALs. Great counter for the Desolators. As they come out of the back of the flak boat, they get sniped in the face. Cannot get a Deso bomb down. Is it? Oh my gosh, this lag from
Oh
these.
my god.
Deploy! Oh, the elite BF. The elite BF. Oh, the BF goes down. He blunders the BF. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
All right. The Kirovs for fodder versus the anti-air. Now he's clicking down the barrages, but remember, Vet Grizzlies are just as good as Rhinos. Osama got a spy in who knows when, and now he has a huge army of veteran Grizzlies just gonna rush in here, and they're gonna but
Big
the
IC. Big IC.
Oh, that's huge.
Oh, and
he doesn't care. He's gonna run past a base trade. Abdo, does he defend?
Osama going for
drones.
Osama going for a base trade?
This is interesting. A lot of Desolators everywhere going straight for the lab. The lab goes down next, goes the IC. The IC goes down, so no force shield. That's why you target the lab first. Now, Osama is going to lose this entire army, but look at the back end. And now 16 Eagles heading towards the base here. What is the target? Probably the nuclear...
Oh my god, there's so many nuclear reactors. What do you do?
Nuclear missile. Oh! And just like that, Osama crippled Abdo. Half his army gone. No IC. No nuclear missile. He has a weather storm ready right
coming
now. And Abdo got 0 offensive value. 0, Ivor.
Yeah, I mean, Osama still has this is going to be a huge weather storm. I mean, Abdo still has a lot, but the problem is Osama has an insurmountable amount. And remember, guys, it all comes down to the oils. We implemented that a year or 2 ago now in Blitz. The reason that the oils are limited is so the games can't go forever. Eventually, you're going to run out of oils. You can only build 12 per game, and that's what's going to happen to Abdo here.
Well, these guys trying to prove you wrong, Ivor. They're trying to prove you can make a game run forever despite everything, despite Ivor's best effort.
Oh, he
Chrono
chrono
Spheres?
dunks.
Oh, wow.
He chrono dunks a bunch of the rhinos, puts a bunch of the rhinos in the pond. He should have put them on top of the scorpions. That would have been the pro move. Look at all these grizzlies going elite. And that's why vet grizzlies are so scary. They're good on their own, but they go elite so fast. Yep. And
holy moly, and now with elite IFVs, these choppers are gonna melt. Wow.
Osama takes it home. Oh my goodness. Snark, we did break your unit counter. It hit 96 and then broke.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah.
god.
Okay.
Right. It's still a work in progress, boys. Still a work in progress. What the? That was one of the longest, most intense, craziest game I've ever seen on Blitz ever.
That was
Dude.
that was nonstop. And you know, sometimes we've seen those games where both players just like not a lot happens and then they both turtle and it goes a long time. That game was nonstop action. And again, the ingenuity of Osama taking out those ICs, the Tanya, the Eagles, so funny. Really well played by both those guys. Let's get Luke Z and Zed in here. The grudge match. This could be a big decider here in this series. Although Zed already on 1 loss for the day. Let's see what happens.
Yes. Yes, indeed. I mean, I just can't stop thinking about that game. Some of those moves that were crazy. I think Abdo broke 2 world records, most amount of rhinos in a single game, and most amount of ICs lost in a single game. He definitely broke that record somehow. And Osama just, I mean, really, if you think about it, Abdo never ever really got value on Osama the entire game. Osama took his time. He was slowly getting value. It took him a long time to be able to reach a position where he can. And that final move in the final fights where he chronos 9 of Abdo's tanks into the water as he's rushing in with the Grizzlies, brilliant. Loved that.
Yeah, the chrono dunk. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. Wow. We got Luke in here. Zed's on his way. Zed, let's go, buddy.
Absolutely insane. So to those of you who don't know, Zed and Luke, they're like best friends. They love each other. They love each other, and I'm being extremely facetious right now. They hate each other's guts.
And you love it. You just love it. The drama, I'm here for the drama, man. I'm here for the drama. I feel like there was a while when I first started streaming where I'd be like, oh my God, I hate the drama. I love the drama. Honestly, we all love the drama because it juices it up. These two hating each other makes this game awesome. Yeah, keep your mouth. He comes in here. Show me you aren't easy, Zed. You keep your mouth shut.
I love it.
Allied
Already
versus allied. AVA.
Oh, wow. Now
right.
this is gonna be interesting.
Let's get it going, boys. Let's get it going, boys.
Holy. Dude, I'm literally like jumping out of my chair right now. This is I love this so much.
All right, so for those of you guys who do not subscribe to Drama Alert 2, the weekly newsletter, here's the story. Zed and Luke Z. So Luke Z, any backstory, these guys have been playing Blitz forever. They're both some of the best Blitz players in the world. They've been in the pro division, banging out at the top level for I don't know, 30 tournaments, 3 years. Anyway, so they've always had, you know, random grief, whatever. They don't like each other, competitive, they blah, talking shit, whatever. Last month, there was this big thing where in Quick Match, all month long, Luke was saying, I'm in queue, where's Zed at? Why won't Zed queue up and play me? And Zed was like, oh, I'm sleeping, you know, whatever. So they were saying, but for whatever reason, they didn't play all month long. And Zed was in #1, and Luke couldn't get his points because they wouldn't get games matched up against each other. I don't know who was bailing who, I won't point fingers. Then, right at the end of the month, in the last hour before the month reset, Luke goes in the queue with Gene, another player, and Gene just loses like 10 games in a row in like 10 seconds. Luke just rolls through him. It like wins 10 games in a row really easily and then wins the monthly ladder. And Zed's like, Gene was pushing, Gene was throwing those games, it's a conspiracy, and everyone was like talking like, oh my God, who's in the wrong? And then Luke's like, well, and everyone's like, Zed, why didn't you just queue up and play? And Zed's like, oh, I was sleeping, I couldn't play, I couldn't have played if I wanted to. And then we found out that while Gene and Luke were in there, Gene was in there losing a bunch of games to Luke, Zed was actually queuing up and canceling games to try to slow it down. So Zed was there and not playing. So that erupted even more. More people turned on Zed. People turned on Luke. It was this whole thing. Anyway, that's the drama. These two really do not like each other, and that's where we're at. Snark, was that a good, concise breakdown of it? Did that catch you up?
Perfect. Point is, at the end of the day, they hate each other's guts. So this is a grudge match, and we're in Fight Club night. It's going to be interesting, and already a very, very different philosophy in Allied. We're seeing here very different styles. Luke starting up with a bunch of IFEs early on. Zed, pure Grizzlies and Rocketeers at the moment. No Rocketeers out for Luke. And we're starting to see Patriots come out. So different approaches here to the Allied versus Allied.
Yeah, and so AVA, now ELO, speaking of ELO, you know, we have a rating system, Railroad2.com/ranks. You can see the ELO rating thanks to the man Sneer himself. ELO rating, Luke is higher. Tournaments 1, Luke is higher. But Zed is a scrappy player. You know, Zed's the kind of player who Zed can lose to some of the worst players, and he can beat some of the best players. He's a little bit more unpredictable. Luke's like a machine. He's just really dialed in. He always plays the same, and he always plays great. Zed, you never know the version of Zed you're going to get. And if Zed shows up today, Zed is very capable of beating him. I think Luke's the favorite, though.
This is huge for Zed. This is perfect for Zed. He threw away his Rocketeers to win that fight, and now he has the Grizzly advantage. He is just rolling over Luke right now. Holy moly, Luke holding on for dear life, spamming pillboxes, spamming out tanks, doing anything he can to survive. Zed is losing the Grizzly numbers, but he's diving on the MCV. He might get it. He's bringing the Rocketeers as well. Does he get it? Oh my god.
I did not. And he says out.
Wow.
I did not expect that, and Luke did not either. Zed is a self-proclaimed defensive player. He's a builder, and like I said, he's also a wild card. And that was not what you expected to see. AVA from Zed, a radical Grizzly push to dive on the MCV to open the game. That is not Zed's gameplay at all. I really thought Luke was the favorite here. I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I was hyping it up. I thought Luke was going to roll Zed. I thought Luke was going to roll Zed.
Oh my god. So, I mean, these guys are surprising us. We already expected Zed to beat Abdo. Abdo beat Zed. And then, you know, Luke Z said, yeah, Luke Z is going to take Zed. But Zed comes in with a shocking strategy. That's what you have to do, right? You have to pull a rabbit out of the hat, do the unexpected, go crazy. And just like that, I mean, Luxie has an elite IFE, but no. Seriously, it doesn't matter at this point. Wow. Absolutely insane.
The elite IFE on the backside. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's got nothing left.
Yeah. Dude, Zed successfully surprising all of us, including Luxie. And again, right, we saw the trash talk early on. It is on. It is on.
And BO1s, man, and BO1s are tough now because Luke Zed's already lost a game. These two could end up in the finals still, Snark. These two could end up in the finals.
Exactly. They've each won. They both of them have won one and lost one, so they have equal points right now. And I have a feeling that Zed, after losing to Abdo and seeing that his next opponent was Luxie, he turned on the try-hard switch and he cranked it all the way up, Ivor. All the way up.
Yeah, again, guys, ELO rating, statistically speaking, Luke was the favorite there for sure. Yeah, anyway, that was tremendous. And the super aggressive, like, Grizzly dive, wow, that was really something. I'm glad I lived through that.
Absolutely insane. Wow, Zed. You know, Zed's a sneaky guy. He'll come in with the unexpected, and he will outdo you.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
It's just funny because, like I said, you know, on a bad day, Zed can lose to the worst players in the world, and on a good day, he can beat the best, as we just saw. So let's get Tim and Osama in here. Let's see. I'd like to see a little better showing here from Tim the Terror in his pro debut here today. Let's see what he can get done. Pro debut for Blitz. Again, guys, Tim's been around for 20 years, hanging and banging at the top level in Red Alert 2 and Yuri's Revenge, one of the best allied players in the world. A little bit newer to Blitz, but he's the man for the job. We'll see what he does here. Again, guys, stick around. All five of these players are playing each other best of one, Fight Club style. The show goes on here. Luke and Zed could still meet each other in the finals if we're lucky.
Yeah, so these guys are like sending hearts to each other, Osama and Tim. I'm like, it's like those situations where you fight with your girlfriend or something, and then you see another couple fight and you see how terrible it looks, and you're like, no, I love you. I love you.
You
and
know
hug
what?
each other.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what just happened. They saw Zed and Luke, and they're like, no, we're just gonna send hearts to each other. We love each other.
N1 with the sub, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I think my favorite is like when two people have grief, like when two people really go at each other. Then so two people start like really going at each other, and then in an attempt to like gather allies, they start being really nice to everybody else. That's my favorite part. Is that like all of a sudden like someone's in it's like someone who's always annoying to everybody starts griefing hard with one person, and then all of a sudden they become like a model citizen, trying to like win friendship from everybody else. and it works out well. It brings out the best in people. If like one person just really hates one person, you'll be really nice to everybody else. And that can work out in everyone's favor. Soviet versus Soviet now. Osama on the left side here. Tim the Terror on the right side. Tim switching back over to Soviet. He tried the Allied shenanigans. They didn't work. Everyone's still in this event, boys. I mean, it's the show. We've only played 4 games. It's been long games so far on this map, but been some good ones. What do you think, Snark? Does Tim got the juice?
Well, listen, Tim is one of the OG pros. He has been playing this game almost as long as I've been alive. So Tim definitely has the experience. Osama, though, you know, one of the youngest players out there, and has just proven to be so powerful in this game. It's a battle of the titans for sure.
Yeah, Osama, by far one of the youngest players here in Red Alert 2. And if you guys know, I would venture to guess that if I threw a rock at all 250 of you in the stream right now, 200 of you would say I used to play this game 15 years ago. Osama cannot say that because that's about how old he is. So when we were all playing Red Alert 2, Osama was being born. There's very, very few players in the game at that age level, particularly at the competitive scene. Most players have been around for a long time. So Osama is definitely the exception. But it's been fun. It's been fun watching Osama the last few years when I started streaming. It's been fun watching him climb the ranks and start taking down, you know, when you're the kind of little kid, you know, you grow up with a Marco poster on your wall, and then someday you take Marco down, you know, and that's what it's all about.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, dude, I remember when I beat Osama, you know, 9 times out of 10, but very, very quickly that shifted. And Osama started crushing me easily. And we're seeing a very different approach here. Tim is like, I'm going to bunker up and go super quick tick. Osama's like, war factories, war factories, war factories. Now, he gets a power plant. Does Tim care? No, he already has the nuclear reactor out. It doesn't matter. So, can he hold on? Can he defend long enough? Double lab? Why double lab?
The double lab is curious. You know, this one time I was on the stream, early on, a pro player built a robot control building, and I was like talking about it. I'm like, why did he build that? What's he gonna do with it? Why did Legend do that? Like, I was trying to break it down, and at the end of the game I said, Legend, why'd you do that? Tell us. We all were thinking about it. And Legend said misclick. So now whenever something really crazy happens, I think maybe it's just a misclick. I don't know. Can Tim weather the storm here? It's a big fodder advantage for Osama.
Desso's out of position, but the sentry guns are in position now. The Desso's coming in, and Osama forced back. Tim is holding on. He has Iron Curtain, but a split in the bottom. The oil is about to get hit in the bottom. He's sending all those tanks. He's sending 3 tanks. That oil is definitely going to go down. War Factory in the top going to go down as well. And now a third split coming in from the left-hand side. This is crazy. What is going on?
Yeah, and that's what you love to see on a map like this, where the players can really kind of play from different zones, the high-low, the yo-yo, and Osama just getting the job done, spinning Tim around a little bit. Tim not able to keep up. Oh, wait. This could be a big counterpunch.
Well, this is absolutely crazy because the Iron Curtain is gonna be ready as soon as his power comes back on and he gets to over to Osama's base. He can get some serious damage done as soon as his power comes back online and the Iron Curtain counts down. And now we know why he had the double lab. The first lab went down, but he still had a force shield. Saves the Iron Curtain, saves the nuclear reactor, and here comes the counterpunch.
Tim with a 6 Rhino advantage here. But yeah, he's down on War Factories. He needs counterpunch coming. He wants to go in a little bit early. The IC's coming, though. He needs to keep his tanks in formation so he can get a good IC. Does get a good IC, and Osama decides to smash a base trade. Both players already prepping drones. Both players ready for it, and we're going to get into a pretty wild base trade here.
Tim not deploying those Dessos. That's a bit of a problem. What's his target? Going to go for the lab, and a lot of drones out for Osama. Tim's army is going to disappear really quickly. Osama's drones as well, but the War Factory counts. Can he get the last War Factory? He's going to get the last War Factory. Osama's going to definitely have 1 War Factory left at least.
Tim's going to save. Osama saves the War Factory.
Wow. War Factory versus Barracks. War Factory versus Barracks. That's what it's come down to.
War Factory versus Barracks. What does Tim have a winning move here? He has the IC. The IC can kill a ton of infantry. Maybe.
Absolutely. And he has 4 drones. He has 4 drones that he could IC potentially.
Oh, but
why is he spamming the infantry? What's going on, Tim?
why isn't
Where's
Tim
the
building?
infantry?
Why isn't Tim building from the barracks?
What? Tim? Tim?
Oh, he was building
making
a
Boris.
He built a Boris? What?
And the Boris goes down.
Wait, is the Boris the move? Is the
Boris
Boris
is really good versus tanks.
Well, and maybe if he gets close, he could take the war.
Okay, all right. All right,
Oh,
the 4 drones get IC'd. He's going to send them in.
Okay, now he needs to
Okay,
not.
he's going to dive in the barracks. He's diving in the barracks. He's diving in the barracks.
Uh-oh.
He's diving in the barracks.
Uh-oh, Tim's out of
is he
position.
gonna get it?
Tim's out.
Is
Oh,
he
the
gonna get it?
engineer! The engineer! The force shield!
Oh my god!
Let's fucking go! That was so sick. Okay, Tim. Okay.
Oh my god, that is absolutely insane. And Tim still has 2 drones to IC in the next round. Can he defend his barracks for that long? The flak tracks and the tanks coming in. Tesla troopers now out. 2 drones out.
He's Tim can't win this, right, Snark?
I don't know. Tesla troopers are there. The Iron Curtain might just save his barracks if he could survive long enough. This is enough infantry to counter these units here right now. And Osama sending his tanks to the bunker is not helping at all right now. What are we watching, Ivor? What are these games?
Yeah, so Osama gonna go flak tracks here. A lot of players don't have this up their sleeve. This is what you do in a War Factory versus Barracks scenario is the flak tracks, right, Snark? You can run over units. The flak tracks have good splash damage. Do you think this is a good move, the flak tracks?
Absolutely. Flak tracks in mass will melt infantry, which is a big problem. Now, again, Tesla troopers can't be run over, but the flak tracks are very effective. They even do splash damage.
You know what?
And here come the flak tracks.
You know what, Snark? Osama could drop the hammer right now with the demo truck.
He's going for the IC. He's going for the IC.
That's it.
Force doing work, and the lab goes down.
Oh, the Deso.
Desolator. And that is all she wrote.
Damn, that would have been sick. That would have been a sick comeback.
Wow,
Good
that
game.
was so close. And that's why we were having trouble predicting this. Tim, it was this close, Ivor. This close.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he had elite Rhino at the end too. If he would have got that war, I mean, that's it. That's just that's a couple seconds different. Yeah. Wow. All right, so Abdo versus Luke Z. And wait, so Snark, you love to see it. Every player. Oh no, Osama now on 2 wins.
Exactly. Osama, the first player to not lose a single game yet. Everyone else has lost 1. So now Osama still has quite a few opponents that he has to face that are not going to be easy. We could have a 3-way tie potentially later on. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, hopefully we don't. It gets a little bit messy in these. Hopefully we end up with a nice, clean 2-win one. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see here, especially now with Tim looking a little bit more warmed up. I think these guys, the players who got Tim on the left side of the bracket really got an advantage because Tim on the right side of the bracket, Tim the Terror just woke up. He's like a lion. He doesn't start fighting until you smack him in the mouth, until he tastes a little blood. So yeah, these 2 players, I think Zed and Luke are going to have a lot harder times with Tim. Okay, so Abdo in yellow, Luke in red. Let's get it going.
Let's roll. Let's do it.
Bracket messed up? I don't think
Bracket,
so.
why is the bracket messed up?
Drunk master probably being drunk again. Okay, so
Player defeated.
what was I about to say? Okay, Abdo yellow, Luke red, left side. All right, we'll see. Abdo's aggression versus the Jedi here. Both players now going Soviet. Luke opening some bunkers to defend those. Oh, double bunker to defend the corner tech. And see, again, what I said about Abdo, right? Such a scary, aggressive player, but a bit one-dimensional. And in this case, you're seeing it from Luke. He says, I know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to try to take my my corner tech. He double barracks. Double barracks can defend those corners. Not a bad idea. Luke's a builder. He wants to slow down the game. He wants to get over to tech.
Yeah, potentially very interesting here. And does that mean that his plan is to go tech because he's already bunkering up early on, or does he just want to defend his extra tech early? It's we're gonna see something interesting out of Luke here for sure. Now remember, Zed, Luke's arch nemesis, lost to Abdo.
Yeah, that's a wacky one. Yeah, Zed lost to Abdo. Zed's allied, I think, lost to Abdo's Soviet. Is that right? Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the first game. Yeah.
Yeah. And this time we're getting Soviet versus Soviet. Now Zed won Luke. Will we have the triangle where each player wins each other? That's
triangle.
very interesting.
The triangle of hype, as we call it. The triangle of hype. Okay, Abdo, so gonna head down to that corner. So it's interesting. Why didn't he double bunker? He double barracks. Why not double bunker? Now the bunker's out.
Yeah, now the bunker's out, and that's going to force Abdo out. Again, we're seeing Abdo's style play out in full here. You know, bringing in the pressure, trying to get value, and Luke knowing what to expect, like you mentioned. A little bit one-dimensional, but he's so good at it that he breaks players like Zed.
Yeah. So, oh, sorry. Oh, I did. Oh, sorry. I did catch. Okay. Okay. Yeah. When instead of just saying bracket is wrong, LOL, if you clearly break down what's wrong, then I can correct it. So Nightshade, good job. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So on the bracket, there's a double game. Yeah. One of those games needs to get switched around. All right. We'll get that corrected. Good job, team. Teamwork makes the dream work, boys. Now both players, the bunkers on the corner tech. New meta. Those choke points, those outside lanes are so small. A bunker in those outside lanes is big.
Yeah, indeed. And Abdo copying Luke here. He's like, okay, all right, you want to play the defensive game? You're not going to let me approach. Maybe not as one-dimensional as we thought. Now bunkering up and teching up while Luke is the one who's going multiple war factories. Now, from the opening, you would have said Luke is in the position to be able to tech up early because he went the bunkers early. Abdo's like, I'm going to beat you at your own game. He goes 2 war factories instead of 3, and now he has the battle lab out before Luke does.
Yeah, Abdo says, who's one-dimensional? You want to see me tech? Watch me tech. And we are in for a long Kirov siege chopper wacky game, Snark. That's what I think we're about to see.
Yeah, this fight club has been one of the craziest we've had yet.
Yeah, this map really lends to it. It's interesting to have a map that is kind of big enough and slow enough that you have kind of these fun tech battles, but still enough lanes that there is these opportunities to attack. But these guys are gonna put it to the test. These guys could really gum up these lanes. I don't know what we're about to see. Drunk, I didn't see it. No, it's really hard to keep up with the chat and all this stuff. If I read your first message that didn't have information, and then I got distracted by something else. So if you sent more information later, too little, too late, Drunken Master. That's what I say.
But yeah, either way, thanks for pointing it out, Drunk. Okay, so first Kirov out for Luke Z here, and nothing of the sort out for Abdo. Now remember, Abdo's IC way before Luke Z, but why isn't he in position to attack? His IC is ready in 30 in-game seconds, and where is he? He's in his base. What's the point?
Yeah, well, you know, Abdo's kind of a one-trick pony, Snark. He's an aggressive down-your-throat Rhino player, and now he's trying to be a tech player, and he's not familiar with it. He doesn't know how it works. He's going to IC the drones.
All I want is for him to be aggressive down-your-throat player with the IC.
With the IC, yeah, true. He throws his drones on the top side, but they get routed around wrong. Now,
Force shield. Nice.
Force shield comes.
But you know what this did? This allowed Luke Z to catch up on the Iron Curtain fighting. Right? Now they're equal on the timer. Are they equal on tanks? No. Yes? Maybe they are.
Oh, wow. Perfectly even on tanks? Perfectly even on tanks. Similar on war factories.
Yeah, but Luke is going to be the one using his IC offensively, which is the only advantage Abdo had.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, Abdo gave a big IC advantage. But now, sitting in range of that, he goes a little AFK on his top side army. Bottom side going to get a nuclear reactor. That's annoying. And now Abdo fully committed to the top side. He does need to still deal with this right side split.
Saves the oil. That's nice. That's nice. Does lose the war factory, loses the nuclear reactor, makes him go low. Power's production has slowed down, but he is getting decent value in these engagements. Luke switching over to a bajillion drones right now, and the war factory count still in Luke's favor. But Abdo has an IC ready once again. Will he utilize it? Drones coming in to try to keep Abdo in his base so that he cannot use it offensively. Luke playing Abdo like a fiddle.
Yeah, Abdo, I think, you know, when you say, I have my IC, I have my war factories, I'm here and I'm fighting. In a lot of ways, I think he's surviving, which is quite different. Bottom zone doesn't seem like the place to attack from. Triple Tesla coils.
I just want you to realize something. Abdo has had his IC ready before Luke Z's. He has not used it yet once.
He's not a tech player, Snark. He's a tier 1 run and gun player. You don't give a monkey a chainsaw. Wait, that's not really fair. You don't give a serial killer a chainsaw. Wait, no, wait, you do give a serial killer a chainsaw. What is Abdo and what is the weapon metaphor? Ah!
What is he doing? He didn't IC those tanks that were going down field offensively. Oh, God. And he loses the IC again. Luke taking the advantage here. Abdo holding on, but Luke is pulling further and further ahead as Abdo now does not have an Iron Curtain. Luke does, and Luke is just in a phenomenal position right now.
Yeah, Abdo tried to play the tech game. Abdo is a run and gun. He's a run and gun kind of player. He should have run and gunned. That's what Zed did to Luke.
Yep, indeed. And now the nuclear missile out. Abdo does finally make his IC back, but Luke Z is going to have his IC ready before Abdo, and he has a nuclear missile on the field, and he has more war factories.
Yeah, Abdo. And the thing is, now you're playing Luke's game. Now you're in this like late tech game. This is Luke's game. Luke could not be more comfortable right now. That's the real problem here. Like, Luke loves this. Double super weapons. He can demo truck spam. He can siege chopper with the best of them. Abdo just a little...
Naval yard? Is that the move right now?
And I mean, if he had 40k, it'd be like, maybe that's kind of funny, but he doesn't have 40k. He's got 12k. Big IC.
Yeah, this IC is completely useless. It's not going to get anything done. He is going to get a war factor because Abdo ignored those tanks that went to the bottom and focused fully on the ones that went for the Iron Curtain. Loses 2 war factories. He does have a nuke out. Obviously, Luke's nuke is going to be ready much earlier. He does have the numbers now.
Send it. Just send it downfield. He does. Yeah, what's he got? Seven tank advantage. 7 tank advantage for the moment. Siege chopper's topside.
IC ready. Needs to utilize this. He has to get a really good offensive. He has to take out that nuclear missile. That's why. Stop defending. Stop defending with all your units. Spam drones like Luke did. Go in. Get value. You have to get value now as he loses another war factory, and he's still just... He's taking his time. He's not going in, and now this Despo's getting huge value here. This is hurting. Oh, God.
Yeah, and that's really what we talked about. The IC finally comes a day late and a dollar short. But yeah, that's what we kind of saw from Luke there. You throw your army with this many war factories, and then you queue up 10 drones to protect the backside. You can't be trying to have your army be both the sword and the shield in this position, especially so important to get offensive value, which he does not get there. That's going to be all about all she wrote. Now, to be fair, again, Luke Z, one of the best. Abdo, a lot newer player. Definitely the lowest ranked in this group. Him and Tim, I would say. So hanging and banging is great, but again, he got tricked into playing Luke's game, and that's where, from the very beginning, when he decided to try to play Luke's game, it was all not gonna work from the beginning.
It's interesting. Like, from the moment Luke made those bunkers,
and Abdo said, "I can do this. Oh, you want to play this game? Do not build versus Luke. Do not be a builder versus Luke."
Wow.
Big push here.
Really impressive play out of Luke there. He knew his opponent, he played his opponent, and he did it perfectly.
And Luke
GG to...
Yeah, Luke needs it. With Luke's loss to Zed, he needs to go undefeated in this bracket now. All right, let's fix this bracket. Drunk, I was being mean. I'm sorry, man. I appreciate the help. I think your help could have been slightly more efficient, but we'll take it how we can get it. Drunk Master signed up to be our alternate today. You know what's not fun? Being the alternate. I said, hey, man, tomorrow we got a couple griefers and a couple laggers. If you're around, I might need to call on you. He said, I'm going to be around. And I appreciate that, Drunken Master. Being the alternate's not fun. Appreciate you. All right.
Drunk is the man. We love Drunk.
We love Drunk.
One of the funnest players to watch, actually. He actually makes the units his allied.
Yeah, I feel like when him and Abdo both came over from Mental Omega a while back now, they really breathed life into the game. When those two came over, they immediately kicked their way to the top level, and they started like the conscript spam and some of these new tactics we started seeing. Abdo and Drunk really breathed life into Blitz. It was fun to have them. Fun to still have them. Okay. So, Tim versus Zed. Now, what do I have wrong here? Osama versus Abdo has already played. It should be Osama versus... What is wrong?
Who do we have? We have Osama versus... he's missing one person,
it should
right?
be Abdo versus... It should be Abdo versus someone. No, wait, that's not right.
Osama, I see him appearing here 4 times, right? And that's the amount of times he's supposed to appear. Right? So which player is missing from Osama? Right? Tim, he played, right?
Yeah, but that's... Abdo's only on here 4 times too. If I delete either of these...
Whoa.
Oh, it should
Well,
be
now
okay.
I'm
Let's see if
confused.
Drunk has it right. It should be Osama versus Luke Z and Abdo versus Tim. Osama versus Luke Z. Abdo versus Tim. What do we think? Does that look right now? Yeah. Okay.
I think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
Nice. Dude, what do you think? Does that look right?
Well, Drunk is the guy who's able to keep track of
Yeah,
all
Drunk. Yeah,
this.
now it goes from me talking shit about Drunk to now relying on Drunk exclusively to make this tournament work.
We need you, Drunk. We need you.
Okay, now it's right. All right, so it is Tim versus Zed. It is Tim versus
Tim
Zed this game, though.
Okay. All right. So wait.
I'm sorry, Drunk. We needed you all along. I eat my words. All right.
So, Tim versus Zed. Interesting. Interesting. Listen, after Zed's play versus Luke Z, I'm worried. I'm telling you, man. He switched the tryhard mode all the way up.
Zed smoking
All
something
the
different.
way up.
Zed smoking something different today. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, everyone wants to play Tim now. You guys are sleeping on Tim, man. This is a sleeper cell story for Tim. He's going to come back next tournament and wreck everybody. Marco's going to be begging for mercy.
Well, let's see. All right, so it looks like Tim is going to be going Soviet and Zed is going to go Allied. Now, versus Abdo, this did not work out well for Zed. Will it work versus Tim?
All right.
This should be interesting. Zed, a very powerful Allied, but I mean, Tim, if we look at the amount that Tim improved from his first game to the second game, if he jumps the same amount from his second game to his third game, he's going to beat everyone.
If Tim keeps improving at this rate, he's going to be a great player by the time the tournament ends. He's going to be in last place, but he's going to be a hell of a player. All right, so we got Zed here on the right side going Allied, Tim going Soviet. Zed trying to talk Tim out of his Soviet here. Yeah, I think these players definitely. I'm surprised. This map, I would have thought this was a very, very Soviet map, but we've seen Allied get the job done. It's just quite tedious. You see the pillbox is already out on the corner tech. I think that's huge.
Yeah. I mean, we saw Osama do that, and the way he did that was phenomenal. It was next level. The way he dismantled the Soviet player he was facing. Can Zed do the same to Tim? Tim, I'm telling you, man, he's got the skill set. He's got the experience. Way more experience than Zed. This should be interesting.
Yeah, traditional skills, and we've seen that before. Players who transition over from the regular game, regular Red Alert 2 and regular Yuri's Revenge into this Blitz game mode, the key to success is trying to play the regular game. Like, on the back end, the macro, the building, the oils, that's where it's so different. Some of the wacky tactics that can come out in Blitz is so different, but open field combat, tank for tank, dog for dog, Tim's micro. If you give 10 rhinos, Tim can beat Zed that way. So if Tim can try to force these kind of open field...
This is a perfect start for Tim. He had forced Zed to already make 5 pillboxes. Look at Zed's economy right now.
What God was that the move? Like doing a scenic tour through all of the defensive positions.
Possibly Zed is broke. Zed is really struggling.
Oh,
he
Zed's
was forced on 6 pillboxes. 6 pillboxes. That's a lot of money.
I'm over here saying, "Oh, click down the tanks." I'm over here playing Candyland. Tim's playing chess. He wanted to throw the tanks. He wanted Zed to go broke. Let's see if it works. Engineer IFB out.
Tanks here. Love that.
Being frugal.
Indeed. Important. And Tim with a battle lab out already. But the 3 Eagles going to try and snipe this battle lab. There are enough flak to counter this. He only has to kill 1 eagle before it reaches the battle lab. You need exactly 3 eagles to kill a battle lab. If you can kill just 1 of these, Zed's playing tag, back and forth. Can he get through here? Bring in the paradrop as air fodder. 1 eagle has to die before it's a battle lab, but the IC is already out, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a very, very early IC. Did get the battle lab, which cancel. Oh no, he got the nuclear reactor and the IC. So Tim out now with tech. And Zed, pretty comfortable playing this kind of game, this sort of tech game. So we'll see what he does here. No battle about
Yeah.
yet, but 2 AFCs. So those Eagles are going to start going to work. I'd like to see him just go flat cannon dome. I think it's so hard to constantly be microing the flag tracks. This is a scary amount of Grizzlies. No.
This is a big amount of Grizzlies. Now there's a Desolator there to defend, but look at all these Eagles. He has to stop this. If they hit, okay, going for the War Factory. Tim without a War Factory now.
Oh, Tim without a War Factory.
Ooh.
And the unit counter. Oh, another bug here. Snark looks like the unit counter stopped on the Grizzlies. Take notes, boys. We're gonna make it. We're gonna fix her up. Okay. The flag. A lot of fodder, but a Grizzly advantage here. See how Tim can handle this.
Yeah, it's gonna be a close fight here. The fodder really
Yeah.
doing work there. Wow, this paradox
Wow.
could be problematic. Tim is gonna clean up these Grizzlies. Very, very nice. And Zed is not gonna get that icy. Not in a million years.
Oh,
but
Eagles,
with the
Eagles,
behind,
Eagles, and the
Paradrop.
Oh, he
didn't
does
even
get that
need the
IC.
Eagles.
That's very
Oh,
annoying. And
Don't get the War Factory.
not
Don't get the War Factory.
Not the
Do
War
not get
Factory.
the War Factory
Down
again.
one tick. One tick. Oh,
Oh my
whoa.
God, he
Whoa.
saves it. He saves it.
Zed could have 1-2'd that with the Eagles. Surprising not to see. Does not have his flag tracks out, so he's very, very vulnerable right now to Zed's Eagles. IC comes back up.
Interesting. So the IC's up, but these Eagles, they could take it out. Like 3 flag tracks, 4 flag tracks, that's not going to be enough to stop these Eagles. And he goes for the War Factory again. He says, I know, I have 3 War Factories, 4 War Factories now, right? If I keep taking out Tim's War Factories, it's not going to matter if he has the IC, if he has nothing to IC, right?
Yeah, it's tough. He's just playing a game called Keep a War Factory up at this point. Building flak troopers, never the move. When are flak troopers move? Never the move. I guess if you have barracks only maybe, and the other guys are Rocketeer.
Yeah, and Tim just does not have the numbers to face off an army of Grizzlies like this. Come in, snipe the lab, all the Eagles go down. Does Zed care? No, he doesn't care. Look at these Grizzlies pouring in. Dives on the Iron Curtain, gonna get it easily, no problem. Tim sells the Iron Curtain, and Zed is just, Zed played perfectly to Tim's strategy. He saw the quick tech, he's like, I know what I need to do. I'm gonna go mass War Factories and Eagles, and he did that, executed it perfectly. Tim in trouble.
Yeah, and this is interesting. This kind of puts Tim in a weird spot in the Blitz world because, he wrecked through semi-pro. I mean, you guys had a good series, but you were the top. I mean, that was the finals, and he did really good. I mean, he did really good all through semi-pro, and now he's in this pro group, and he's having a hard time with these guys. So I don't really know where Tim lands right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a problematic spot to place him.
I guess the thing is, a lot of players who come in, they need both Blitz and regular experience. Tim has the regular experience. Now he just needs...
Zed trolling.
And Zed
Zed is trolling hard.
Zed is trolling. The robot tanks are out. The robot tanks are out. And I love, and cue the guy in the YouTube chat who says, robot tanks aren't that bad. They are. I promise you they are.
Base trade!
Base trade!
Hey, you know why robot tanks though, right? Because Desolators can't affect robot tanks.
They don't. Oh, they're immune to radiation. Wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting. If they weren't terrible, that'd actually be kind of fun.
Well, yeah, they don't need to be good when you have this amount coming out of
Yeah,
6 War Factories,
doesn't
7 War Factories.
And
So it really, Zed's trolling at this point.
on a map like this, their movement over the water, if they were good on a map, you'd think it'd be this one. But yeah, the problem, guys, with the robot tanks, the biggest problem is that if you go low power, they all shut down. If you lose the building, they all shut down. And having a kill switch on your army is not great.
If you made an army of robot tanks, you wouldn't have a kill switch.
Yeah, that's a great point. Gotta have a kill switch.
Player defeated.
GG. Wow. So Zed takes another win here. I believe our, the arch nemesis are equal at the moment. 2 wins each, right?
Yeah, where's that
Luke's
put
and
us?
Zed?
Yeah, it's that's right. 2 wins for both of those guys. So now Osama versus Luke. This is gonna be a big one. Osama.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this could
This could be the decider.
Yeah, this could tell us a lot.
Wow. This is going to be interesting. Now, again, Osama so far unbeaten in this fight club, looking OP, won the previous monthly World Series of Blitz. So currently the top dog, but Luke Z has taken it before, and we have seen him play today brilliantly. This should be phenomenal. I was looking forward to this match specifically.
Yeah, it's yeah, this is, I mean, this could really be it. And again, guys, and this is the first time these guys have seen each other since their finals last month that Osama did take. I think it was 3-2. It was a very close game. Here we go. Here we go.
I love ACB and YouTube because you said so. He had to say robot tanks aren't that bad.
You know what, Snark? I don't think he's being ironic. I think he genuinely is. I don't think he's being ironic. Yeah, I think this game, you know, one thing that's interesting in this game, as we hit almost 300 viewers, which I think is the max that I've ever hit before, almost at 300 total viewers here. So thanks for the hype, guys. Thanks for the love. A quick reminder, as always, guys, redalert2.com. Tell your friends, tell your family, tattoo it on your forehead. It's the place to be. You can learn how to download the game, come play the game. Every month, I know you guys are thinking, I haven't played this game in 15 years, I'd get wrecked. Every month we do an event, Blitz, this game mode for new, we have divisions for all skill levels. This is a great game mode for new players. It's easy to pick up, it's fast, it's fun. We have different divisions. So every month we have a handful of guys who are new, who haven't played the game in a while. We put them in a group together, they get some games, it's a lot of fun. Join the Discord, connect with the community, learn how to download and play the game. You can also buy my comic book. I made a Red Alert 2 fan fiction comic book that I'm really proud of. And you can also check out the YouTube where I post the highlights. You can check out the Twitch where I stream live more often. I have been streaming on both. And all that good stuff. Be a part of the fun. redalert2.com. Easy to remember. Again, tell everyone you know. Tell everyone you love. All the money that comes into the stream does go back into the stream. I've been doing this now for about 3 years. All the money that comes in goes back into the prize pool. Helps me create more content. The goal is simple. More people watching, playing, and streaming Red Alert 2. RA to the moon, boys. Thanks for the biddies, damn it, boy. All right, here we go. Snark, what do we know?
Well, what we know is that Luke Z said, oh, you're going to send GIs? Fine, we'll do a base trade. But Osama defending perfectly here, forcing Luke Z out of his base and forcing Luke Z to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentry guns early on. Not what the Soviet players want to be doing. You want the allied player to be building 6 pillboxes early on, not the other way around. So, very nice. Oh, and he takes this little tent. Can it hit the oil?
He takes the tent. That's
Oh,
annoying.
God.
And Osama saw Zed go grizzly punch against Luke, and he said, I like that. And so Osama now going allied here and trying to do this aggressive grizzly rhino strat, but Luke countering nicely here so far. Needs to watch his economy, though. Yeah, it does need to.
Yeah, needs to be careful here, but again, Luke's the one forced to spam sentry gun. What is he doing? Why another war factory?
Double war. Uh-oh. Luke.
Triple.
Triple war. That wasn't what he must not have. He must
Sell
have.
the sentry guns.
He got a little bit distracted. He did his regular build, even though he was forced to aggressively defend early on here.
And he lost the oil. Super early.
And he lost the oil. And Luke, and now Luke pushing. Oftentimes when you push like this, your economy's only going to get in a worse position as you get behind on your map. And he goes, and that's a great prism tower. And Luke doesn't have any fodder.
Oh, that is horrible for Luke. That is terrible for Luke right there. He has to sell these sentry guns, get his economy back on track, and try to pressure. But Osama, cannon up front, prism tower in the top, battle lab out, and the mirages are rolling out. Now a Tanya out as well, 3 eagles. I don't know, man. Osama played this one perfectly.
Osama's tough, man. Osama's tough. Luke, this is very interesting to see Luke lose to Zed and now struggling versus Osama. Again, I'm pretty sure currently Luke does hold the highest Blitz elo in this group. And now Osama just so comfortable. He's gapping up. He's building Tanyas. I feel like I've had a few people get confused about this. The flags on the bottom are the countries that they're playing out of. Like the actual country. The flag on the right is their faction. And it's funny you guys are thinking that because Osama's is the Egyptian flag. It's not the Iraq flag, so they're not switched around. Anyway, Battle Lab does go down. The flags on the bottom are where the players are out of. Pays the Eagles, but does get that Battle Lab, and before the Iron Curtain can come out, and now the Chronosphere out for Osama. And we've seen that Osama has a bag of tricks today. We've seen him with the Chronosphere, IFV, Tanya, and all sorts of wacky shit. Looks like he's going to maybe just try to run this one on foot, though.
Yeah, dude, I mean, Osama looking unbeatable. Tanya in the top side, sneaking around Luke's base, coming to the back. What is the target? Probably the Battle Lab. Yeah, okay, that Battle Lab is going down for sure. The MCV has to run from the Tanya so that doesn't get... Oh, it gets it anyway.
Gets the MCV! Gets the MCV! Remember, guys, this is the Yuri's revenge. In regular Red Alert 2, Tanya cannot blow up tanks. So you undeploy the MCV and you're safe. And Yuri's Revenge, which is the mode we use for Blitz, the Tanya can blow up tanks. So he undeploys the MCV, but then the MCV got taken, and now Luke's got to smash the oh shit button, and I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, the oh shit button is not looking very good right now. Look at all these Mirage. I mean, it's over. It is definitely over. And again, Osama being able to pressure the Soviet player early and make him go broke super early on, forcing him to build pillboxes.
That was
and,
it.
And getting an oil super early on. That's all Osama needed to pull right ahead, right off the back. Osama still unbeatable.
And so where does and wow, and this is going to work out interestingly. So we are going to get Tim and Abdo. So Tim and Abdo are going to come in here, and they are going to be playing our 4th and 5th place game, and we're going to put up a $10 prize for Tim and Abdo because they're out of the actual event. We'll put up a $10 prize.
I like that. I like that. All right. $10 on the line here for Tim versus Abdo.
Because the game doesn't, in the actual event, it's kind of like it doesn't matter, but I don't want to watch a game that doesn't matter. So we'll throw $10 on it, make it the 4th or 5th place game. We'll see what Abdo and, although this isn't totally, we're calling it the 4th and 5th place game. We're putting $10 on it. After that, Snark, after that, Osama and Zed are going to play. Zed has to beat Osama twice, though.
Yeah. So really the last chance to, stop Osama is going to be the Zedster. And he has been playing like a beast, but Osama has just been looking invincible. But before that, we do have the 3rd and 4th spot. I think, I think Tim and Abdo are super close in skill here. And I actually don't know who's going to win.
Yeah, this should be fun. Yeah, this should be fun. Nightshade, I'm confused. I feel like you've been hanging out here for 3 years. That's why it's a little funny that you didn't know about the flags. But anyway, people get it confused often. All right. So, okay, Snark, I just have to take a second to admire this because this is so juicy that Osama and Zed play their final game. And to be clear here, if Zed wins, that'll put us in our prelims as a 3-3 tie. And if so, then Zed wins, and then those two will be tied, and they'll play again. So basically, Zed can beat Osama twice and take it home, and that's about as spicy as it gets, Snark. Wow.
It does not get more spicy than that. Will Zed be able to come in and take down the champion, right? This current holding world champion in Blitz. Or will Osama stay the champ? It's he's challenging for the title right in this final game. But before that, again, we have Abdo versus Tim, both of them being least successful in this fight club. The question is, which one is better? Is it Abdo or is it Tim?
Wait, sorry, I love that. What did you say? They've both been the least successful. That was so nice. Such a nice wording. I'm so glad we have you in here to keep things positive. I would have been here, I've been like, yeah, these two are playing the shittiest today. And Snark, the least successful. That was a good vernacular. Thank you, Snark, for keeping things positive. What do you think, Snark? Gun to your head, you're dead if you're wrong. Who you putting your money on?
Tim.
Putting it on Tim?
Tim. Okay. He's more versatile. If Tim can handle, the crazy pressure coming his way from Abdo early on, which after playing a few games and watching your stream, he should be able to know what to expect. Then a late game, Tim is gonna win. Early radar for Tim, interesting. Doesn't want to lose his power plant this early. Does not want to lose his power plant this early. But with the conscripts there, he can't save it, so it does go down. Which is going to put him low power, slow down his production. That's going to be annoying. Deso's out. 2 war factories for Abdo versus a radar for Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, and he went battle out. He's going to be so low power.
And so broke and so out-tanked. I feel like with Tim, what we're seeing also is like, sometimes you see a really new player do things like this. And you're like, oh, they're new. And then you see a player like Tim who's been doing it for 15 years. And I think part of me is kind of like, Tim, why don't you do the meta? Why don't you, game theory optimal? Why don't you, X, Y, and Z? And Tim's kind of like, dude, I've been here for a decade, man. I'm not here to mass war factories and play Rhino Wars. Like, I'm here to mix and match, get creative, and try to create some art. And today, I don't think the art was successfully created, but I guess that's what we're seeing with Tim is that Tim's he's not gonna play boring, I guess, which is kind of hype. If it was working a bit better.
Yeah, and of course we have to mention when it comes to experience, Tim has the least experience in Blitz, and he's able to hang with these guys. Imagine Tim 2 months, half a year in like these players are into Blitz. The man is going to be unbeatable if he's this good. With when did he start playing Blitz? Competitively.
Yeah, I mean
and, like,
last month was his first Blitz tournament, so yeah.
Exactly right. And this is Tim after 1 month of playing Blitz tournaments. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Abdo has been what? He's like a year in. How long is Abdo in?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, drunk. Are you still in here? How you and Abdo? What's it been? A year, I guess. Yeah. About a year. Yeah. So that's the Blitz difference for sure. Time spent
Exactly.
in the Blitz pit.
So I mean, even if Tim loses this, keep your eye on him because in a few months you're gonna see Tim wrecking literally everyone.
Keep an eye, boys. Keep an eye peeled. Keep an eye peeled.
And we're counting him out so early. He just droned Abdo's entire army. He has an Iron Curtain. Abdo doesn't. And this is actually looking pretty good for Tim. So I think we got a bit of ahead of ourselves there.
We should have a code word for when we start monologuing about an outcome and then the outcome shifts mid monologue. Because sometimes I do that, like I'm talking for 5 minutes and then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, never mind. Never mind, Tim's OP.
Taking out Abdo's lab, coming in
See you
here.
guys.
These icy drones are gonna just get huge value on all of these tanks. The tanks are melting. Tim shouldn't stay in there. He should let the drones do the work and then come back in with a full army. But on the backside, Tim has nothing left in base, and Abdo getting huge value there. Force shield needs to go on this wall right now. Okay. There we go.
Nice
now the drones are here. They are melting his tanks. He's not gonna get this MCV. The rhinos are here to defend. So Tim does successfully defend. Abdo doesn't get any value. Abdo did lose his battle lab. This is still a very, very even game right now.
Yeah, wow, okay, show goes on. What do we got? Five war factories to 2, that's tough, but, and the Iron Curtain now coming for Abdo, but nothing too problematic with that at the moment. One drone does get in.
Tim doesn't want this Iron Curtain to go in too deep. He keeps going on with the drones. Now we go. The IC. Tim is going to lose his army here. Question is, what else is he going to lose? Does he lose the Iron Curtain? Does he lose something important? Abdo is wasting a lot of time here. He's going to go for the War Factory. Again, he's going to get 2 War Factories here, possibly. Yeah, he's going to get 2 War Factories, which is nice. It's going to allow him to pull ahead in the tank numbers. Question is, what can Tim do with a counterpunch? Tim is going a little bit too heavy on the drones. He's not going to be able to get any value versus buildings with just drones.
Yeah, the War Factory difference here is very problematic. 2 to 6 is tough. 6 War Factories is so scary. You can look, the doors are hardly closing on that thing. So the IC drones are a good way to kind of stop the bleeding.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, where's the offensive come from for Tim here?
Especially with Abdo constantly building more War Factories, he's just gonna pull more and more ahead. Tim was holding on very nicely there for a while, but ultimately, Abdo having the extra War Factory, packing the extra punch, targeting, getting offensive value, something that Tim did not get, is gonna allow him to pull ahead here.
Yeah.
Does Abdo blunder? That's the only question, right? Some crazy death some drones.
Yeah, he'd have to kind of throw some here. And stick around, guys. Again, the finals are coming up right after this. Zed and Osama get ready to rock and roll, boys. Okay, Desos and drones. Yeah, Tim's treading water. He's treading water nicely. Oof, tank's been out of position though.
And another War Factor go down, which was exactly what Tim didn't want to happen. Look, another army for Abdo's already ready. It happens when you have that many War Factories. They just pop out.
Materializing. How many War Factories is it where multiple will start building them? Oh, I guess we just answered that question. It looks like 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 8. I think 8 is the number. Nice force shields. Doesn't matter. Not really. At this point, the game is over. But a nice showing there from Tim.
Yep, keep an eye on Tim. Keep an eye on Tim the Terror. He'll be back. He'll be back for his vengeance.
Yeah, it's, again, important to keep in mind. This is after 1 month of playing tournaments. Tim is this good. Imagine him next month. He's going to be twice as good. It's going to be crazy. But, Ivor, this is a moment we've all been waiting for.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. It all comes down to this. And if you guys are struggling with this scoreboard because it's kind of wacky and doesn't always make sense, I'll make it very simple for you. Zed needs to win this to tie up the prelims, and then they'll play the finals, BO1. So the tiebreaker. So to be perfectly clear, Zed needs to win two times in a row. If Osama wins this, he wins. Zed needs to win it twice. Simple as that, boys. This is what we came here for. This is what we came here for.
Exactly this. Osama currently holding the world champion title. He won the previous tournament a month, which does put him as the world's best Blitz player at the moment. Can Zed come up and steal that title from him, or does Osama keep it? And I mean, Osama hasn't lost a single game today. Zed has lost one, but Zed has been looking like a beast.
Yeah, and you got to think too. I mean, the fact, that Zed has to do it twice. I mean, that's a huge disadvantage as well. But I don't know. I mean, if Zed plays like he did versus Luke Z, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Cross your fingers for a barn burner, boys. Finals happening. Zed making us wait. Zed making us wait. Wait, someone test out. I got a new bot. Someone test it out. Someone say, "Hey Yuri," and then ask a question. I got the Yuri bot working again, I think. Only one of you. Nice. It's only going to work for one of you. Let's see if it works. Hey, Yuri, ask a question.
Let's hear it for Tim in the chat. Tim, listen, if you're this good at what we're just talking about, if you're this good after playing 1 month of tournaments, like, you're going to crush everyone in the tournaments to come.
Hey,
like,
Tim.
you reach pro level in no time.
You're Absolutely. Still the terror. You're still Tim the Terror in my book, Tim. You're gonna get it done, man. We'll get you in here. Like I said, man, you're the kind of guy who doesn't really start fighting until there's a little blood in his mouth. You're kind of lying. You got slapped around a little bit today. Next time you're going to be doing the slapping around, Tim. All right. Osama. Okay, Osama Zed. Now, what are the faction picks? Okay.
This is going to be very interesting. Osama has been proving that he has a super powerful allied. Zed, we know, very versatile, but also Osama as well. Faction picks here are going to be crucial. We know that Zed prefers allied. Osama potentially also does, because we have seen, Allied go down, but AVA, a completely different game, right? Allied versus Allied is not the same at all. Osama has been slapping around all the Soviet players. AVA could be different, so the faction picks here are going to be very crucial. Very pivotal.
it's gonna be very, very interesting to see, and I feel like we might see some shenanigans from these guys where they're not picking, and then we make them roll for it. But we'll see. Hey, the Yuri bot worked. Someone asked, what was the question? Who wins in a fight between a bear and a shark? In the grand theater of nature, I'd say the bear might catch a cold from the watery depths while the shark struggles to find the forest. But if we're talking about Red Alert 2, let's just say the bear is like a grizzly behemoth charging into the Soviet front lines, and the shark is nothing but a glorified Tesla coil, flopping in the shallow end of the ocean of destruction. Wow. Thank you, Yuri Bot. You nailed that. The other thing that I have to be such a big believer in Tim for is because I can't doubt Tim, because I single-handedly have dumped too much money into Bitcoin because of Tim. Tim has convinced me to buy a bunch of Bitcoin. So now no matter what Tim says, I'm always like, we trust Tim. We're not worried about Tim. We trust Tim. All of my Bitcoin holdings are because of Tim. So hopefully Tim is right about the crypto. And if it is Tim, we're both going to the moon, buddy. All right. The Soviet versus Soviet. Ready to rock and roll. All right. Here we go.
All right.
Zed and yellow. Okay. Zed, red, Osama, yellow. The finals, boys. The finals. Let's get it going.
Absolutely. We got pirates in chat with the witty comments. We've got everyone here with a big vat of popcorn. Just shut your phone off. Kick everyone off the TV screen. It's about to get crazy.
It's happening, boys.
Zed taking on the world champion, happening right now.
I'm pushing the special button. The special button's been pushed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event, the Red Alert 2 World Series Blitz Grand Finals. We got Zed, the Algerian warrior, in red on the left side here, facing off against Osama, the dragon, in yellow on the right side here. Soviet versus Soviet. This was best of one throughout this Fight Club series. Osama undefeated, Zed with 1 loss, which means Zed needs to win this game, then he needs to win the next one. If Osama wins this game, he takes home the crown. It's as simple as that. Snark, who's got the juice? What do you think?
Well, I mean, Osama's got the title at the moment, right? But Zed has been looking wicked strong. So it's going to be interesting. And I've noticed they've both gone allied the entire time. And now it's Soviet versus Soviet. What do you think that is? And Osama bringing in the pressure. Endless conscripts. Zed a tiny bit late to react, but a bunker out on time. So he's going to defend. Osama's like, oh, you're defending center? Fine, I'll attack from the top side. Barracks goes down. Another bunker going to be... Oh, but that dog devastating.
Oh, okay. And now
Does a bunker come out in time? Does
And
a bunker come out in time?
I love this. And Osama's like, yeah, I'm here to win. I'm here to crush. I'm here to do it fast. And I love this aggression. The conscripts, and and Zed's broke. Zed's broke. He has another barracks, but he's dead broke. He's dead broke. That could be it, boys. That could be it. And Zed's gonna lose that.
Get the soil. Zed has to click these tanks and crush the. He has to click these tanks.
He loses.
Oh, he loses the power.
He loses. Loses the
No,
oil.
the oil. Sorry,
Loses-
my bad. The oil. Yeah.
And Zed is so broke right now.
He needs to stop with the conscripts. He has to stop with the conscripts. I know he wants to get value, but he can't go overboard with the conscripts.
He needs to.
Osama's broke as well. They're both broke.
Both players are broke now. Zed with a big Connie advantage, 29-9, thanks to our unit counter. Snark, I love the unit counter. Thanks, buddy. Okay, here we go. The battle continues. Does Zed push? Does Zed push?
Well, Zed has the advantage, right? He has the tank numbers and he has the conscripts numbers. If he pushes now in a perfect way, he will win. Can Osama pull out some dark magic, some Egyptian magic, and defend himself a bunker? Zed needs to click it. He clicks it.
Okay.
Beautiful. And now a radar out for Osama. He knows he can't face this conscript army. He needs a desolator. He makes a desolator, but not before Zed gets revenge and takes out Osama's oil.
And he just tries to dive.
Almost.
He tries to dive those. Tries to dive the conscripts on something. Does get the oil, and so that pretty much evens it out as both players' economies recover. Just a very slight tank advantage for Zed. You would have thought that radar would have slowed down Osama's macro more. Osama low power for the moment, but both players on 2 war factories. And as the dust settles here, Snark, very even, very even.
Very even, and I love it. Luke obviously calling in the chat already GG's, but no, it is not over. It is not close to over. These two players neck and neck at the moment. It's gonna go to a mid, possibly a late game here. You could feel the tension in the air.
My armpits are an absolute disaster right now, especially BO1. You know, the BO1 games like this Fight Club style is not common for competitive Red Alert 2. A lot of these guys are used to BO11, BO17, and you can make a mistake. In BO1, small map like this, tight roping, razor blades. Naval Yard comes out for Osama. I'm trying to swear less for YouTubers. What the fudge is going on here, Snark?
I don't know, but Osama just got himself to go broke for this naval yard. He wants a Dreadnought on the front lines. Now, again, Dreadnought's very, very powerful, but I don't know if it's worth going broke for. He does have the Iron Curtain out before Zed does, but Zed has a great eco advantage. Here comes the Dread. We're going to possibly see it taking out some Rhinos here, taking out defenses. Go first, flak cannon out, Kirov out for Zed. This is interesting.
If the War Factory is going to be in range if he moves it. What? No way. No way. Wow. You love to see that. You love to see that.
And the Scorpions counter the Kirov. Yeah, this is perfect. Does the Kirov get Naval Yard?
And Zed's like, I want my own puddle army. Zed's like, this puddle army was sick. I want my own. Zed builds his own naval yard. And look at that little, Zed throws a little high-low, gets Osama out of position, is able to stomp out the puddle army. Does he go?
He's going into the bunker. Okay, it's interesting. He has the advantage in numbers. Is this enough? I don't think it's enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not all.
Oh, was trying to bait a defensive IC, I guess, but...
Yeah, but what does he have in the back end? What does he have in the back end?
Well, you don't bait with your whole army. That's why it's called bait. If you bait with your whole army and lose it, that's called throwing the army. He's got to go drones, and he's got to go drones quick, and they need to be out yesterday, and they're not out, and I think that's...
Tesla coil, that could help slow this down a little bit. His army is regenerating faster. The lab is getting targeted. He is going to be able to defend this, but does the lab... Wow. Holy moly, Zed holds that attack.
Zed didn't lose a single building there.
What the heck? He literally didn't lose that. That Tesla coil was clutch. That was insane.
The Tesla coil was huge. Osama got, I think, a little fat kid in the candy shop syndrome there for a moment. Didn't know what to go for. And now Zed using the IC to clean up. Dreadnoughts on the front lines can't really do anything. Whoa. That oil's in range. That's...
Well, the flag to defend, very, very nice. And Zed winning this fight in the center. All of a sudden, it's Zed who has the advantage. But the Iron Curtain is almost ready for Osama. Zed can't lose his entire army again like that. These Dreads being perfectly countered by the flags at the moment. Osama's Iron Curtain is going to be ready now. This is interesting.
Oh my goodness. And Balf deletes his GG message in the Twitch chat. That's how you know it's a barn burner, boys. Huge IC, does get 7 tanks in it, but Zed bounces perfectly bounces perfectly away, and he's skirting now, skirting. As soon as that IC goes away, he wants to get in there. He doesn't want to give up too much. Big force shield, and Zed pounces. Dude, Zed is playing beyond himself right now. This is like click for click, dialed in. But where are we at? I'm losing track. War Factory advantage for Osama. 2 War Factory advantage for Osama.
And Osama heading downfield. Zed doesn't notice it. He's going upfield. He's going to go down to a base trade situation. No, Zed comes back to defend. He needs to spam the drones. Osama's going to get some value. He's going to slow down production big time here. He's going to kill some War Factories. That is going to be huge. This could be Zed downfall right here.
And Zed, and for everything Zed's done this game defensively, he hasn't gotten offensive value, and he's feeling it now. 9 War Factories to 5 Snark. Big IC. Ooh.
Perfect.
That was a
juicy chase down the rhinos, get as much value as possible. Gets an elite. That's huge.
It's the elite.
That is huge.
But where does he go now? He has to get in. He's got to get into the belly of the.
He has to go back. He can't go to Tesla close. What is he doing?
He's out. He's out. Tank 10 to. Yeah. That's it.
Oh my God, Russian Tesla coil was questionable beyond the shadow of a doubt here. Now Osama coming in, his Iron Curtain is ready, and Zed has nothing in his base. Went for a nuclear missile, both of them have a nuclear missile actually, and a perfect IC. This time Osama actually gets the IC off inside of Zed's base, and it looks like there's a reason Osama is the world champion in Blitz right now, because he just proved it.
Wow.
Absolutely insane.
Man, Zed had a couple. Yeah, and that final push into that Tesla coil, I guess it's like, where should he push from? You know, I guess he just didn't have. Osama just did too good of a job defending on the backside there. Wow, that was really, really impressive from both players. But Osama,
amazing. Wow, dude, I think this was possibly the best Fight Club night. Day or wherever you are. Had absolutely insane. That was so good.
That was a juicy one, guys. And stick around, you guys who want more Red Alert 2 action here. Doof's got something going on, I believe. Do you have a Twitch pulled up, Snark? Can you see if Doof's on right now?
Doof is on at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna.
He's got Lloyd versus Drunken Master. It's in the Unlucky 13 tournament, big Yuri's Revenge tournament that's going on now with the best players in the world, and he's streaming one of those games.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna send you guys over there. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go watch the Dodgers. The Dodgers do World Series game. World Series. If the Dodgers win today, it's Game 7 tomorrow. I'm going to the game. Snark, I think you fly over. We go to the Dodgers game. What are you doing tonight?
Yeah, sure. Fly over and go to the Dodgers game. I love it.
Yeah, perfect. Around the entire world. Snark, man, thanks for hanging out. This was a fun one, man. Time of my life.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. Wow. Good. That was a treat, man. That was a treat.
Oh, that was a good time. All right, Snark, we'll talk to you later, man. All
right, see you around.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out as always. I'm going to send you guys over to Doof. You guys on Twitch, I'm going to raid over. You guys on YouTube, if you want some more action, redalert2.com/doof. redalert2.com/doof, okay? You can check out the Doof. He's streaming on Twitch. I don't think he's streaming on YouTube. I think it's just Twitch. Doof's the man, though. He streams. He does a lot of tournaments as well. He's a big Red Alert 2 streamer. You should definitely follow him. Check him out. He has an incredible overlay. Everything I'm doing with my technical stream is like sticks and stones compared to him. So check out the Doof. Spread the hype, guys. As always, reminder, more people watching, playing, and streaming this beautiful game. That's what it's all about. RA to the moon. redalert2.com. You can get more information. Come join the events. Check things out. We'll be back, boys. We're going to keep the energy rolling around here slowly but surely. Step 1, get RA to the moon. Step 2, Red Bull gives us $1 million sponsorship. Step 3, we take over the world. It's as simple as that. Thanks for hanging out, guys. See you next time. Whoops. Was this not my button? Was that not the button? There it is.